all the time. How are we doing, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well this afternoon. I got a little carried away, so now I gotta pick up my mess. How's it going, cowboy? I kind of went a little overboard. Bodine, how you doing? Jaskar? You have a question about the multiplayer status. I might be able to answer you, cowboy. Amaki, how are you? What's your question, cowboy? Memolar? Get a diamond out of your property. I took it to the bank and got nothing. Well, you're playing multiplayer, you said. Who owns the, was it a plowed up diamond? Or was it one from blowing up a rock? Let's start there. Hey, soft stuff, how you doing? Blowing up a rock on land that you own. So, let me ask you this. Are you doing it where everyone's on one farm, or are there multiple farms on the server? How's it going, Carson Soup? Yes, there is ways of getting scrap metal. Besides plowing fields, if you go to your smelter, let's see here, smelter. You see this ingot production? If you put ore in here, you'll get ingots. Ingots also count the same as scrap metal. Alright, cowboy, what happens is when you've got multiple farms and a community farm, remember, everything that you blow up is tied to property 19. So if it's a rock, if it's a gemstone you get from blowing up a rock, that money is going to go to property 19 because that's the one that technically owns that explosion. Not a problem, cowboy. So I hope that helps, Carson. If you're not getting a lot of scrap metal and you're getting ore, for example, because I know some properties give you ore, or you can find ore rocks to blow up, that's one way to get scrap metal is by making those ingots. For example, I know down here on 32, which is part of my main farm, there was a bunch of ore rocks right here that I had to clear in order to plow these fields in. So for the time being, what I've done is I haven't been using the ore in my... see, I got little over 1.1 million. I stuck it in a silo for now until I have the steel mill open, just so I'm not trying to bring a bunch over, a couple thousand, 30,000 liters at a time, for the smelter. Amethyst Neon, how are you? As I was saying, everybody, I'm just trying to pick up my mess. I got carried away and blew up I say blew up, but I cut down about 1,100 trees to make a field. And now I gotta pick up all the sticks. So methinks I'm gonna be busy for a bit, picking up all these pieces. What's the purpose of a steel mill if the smelter does it all? So, the smelter, like all the other small productions, will only do one pallet at a time, and you have to be right there to watch it to get the next pallet out, and you're constantly going back and forth for one pallet of steel at a time. Now, some of the later productions will need, several thousand liters of steel products. So eventually, if you get the steel mill, it'll be able to output multiple pallets and you'll have a much bigger production line. You can do it all with the smelter. It's just going to take you a lot longer to get the products you need for some of the factories. If that makes sense, Carson. Not a problem, Cowboy. We ran into that on the server too. I came across a gemstone from blowing up a rock and was kind of upset when I didn't get the money. Oh, thank you for that follow, Carson Soup. Oh, come on, you can fit a few more logs on there. Let's go. Don't give me that stuff. Fine, fine, fine. So yeah, I'm amazed my game isn't lagging like crazy right now, given the fact that I cut down all those trees and currently have them laying everywhere. How's it going, Oppies? Good to see you again. Hopefully my medication kicks in a little bit. Oh, about normal. Now, normally I wouldn't have the log cell point so close. I'd be using my main log cell point over in my town. But given how many trees I cut down, I'm trying to save myself a few hours in carting trees back and forth. It should be a good sized field though. Should be a fairly good size. If it wouldn't do that. Stupid trailer. Bad trailer. Missed. Hello, cat. Wow. Cat just come crashing in like the Kool-Aid man. Eyes all bugged out. Uh-oh, what'd you do, Amethyst? Stuck. Horsepower. It's a good thing. my heavily modified truck here. Okay, Bodie, and every time you use that trailer, the autoload feature won't stay on more than a couple of trees. Well, the autoload feature is uh, basically governed by about the height of this log rack. Once it can't come past this, it won't load. So if they fall in a discombobulated, tangled mess, it'll shut off the autoload feature. Is that you, X-Man?
Yep, that is me.
Well, welcome back, X-Man.
Yep.
I am continuing to pick up my mess. I should probably make a quick trip over to my drywall factory, because I think that's ready to start producing stuff. Oh, you stupid stick. How's it going, dog? 691978. Kool-Aid man. Oh, gotcha. Get off. Get out from underneath the truck, please. Thank you. You gonna take it out of my hand? Please? Please? Load the stupid stick. Oh, fine. Whatever, just load it. Well, there goes that stick. It's over here somewhere. There it is. Yes, I tend to use wireframe mode a lot. Just so I can find things. There we go.
Hey guys, now that I got it up, I can see in chat. Took me a little bit here. Why are you buffering? On my
Why am I buffering? I don't
just
know.
on my end. It's not you.
Okay. Had me worried there for a minute. I was going to start calling myself Boomhauer. Funky Rude Dude, how are ya? Farmer John? I'm just continuing to pick up my mess. But as you can see, this will make a nice good-sized field. Right down to the river in that direction. And in that direction there. Should give me plenty of room for... I want to plant cotton up here or something. I gotta check and see what the soil type is. Do you know if there were any updates today? I know Dave was
No.
working on some things, but I don't think he's released them yet.
Nope, he has not released any updates.
He was working on a bunch of stuff, and then I had to go get my kid, and when I came back, took a nap, and came back from the nap, and he's taking a nap, so. Yeah. Us old guys need our naps. Even though I'm not that old. There. Oh. Come on. Nope. Oh, I'm stuck on a stump. That's what I was on. Hopefully I don't hit too many stumps. They get really hard to see at 4 in the morning. Thankfully I've got that additional game settings. And I turned up the brightness. Otherwise it'd be very hard to see right now. Dee. Well, at least I've got money again. I'm not broke like I was yesterday. Back in the positive, finally. Alright, I've got a trailer somewhere. There is my truck. Oh, the glue factory holds... I'll use a different truck and trailer for that. Because I think I'm going to need multiple products. This one I don't need right now. But it needs a bath before it goes back in the... Okay, phew. Needs a bath before it goes back in the shed. Gotta go get my trailer and dump the glue in. Let's see. How to put my combine away. I just harvested this field, so it's ready to be dealt with. I think my gold master's probably full too. It is. How's it going, Scurvy Hyam? So I decided to extend my shopping center up here. And I added an Aldi's. Came out alright. I still gotta add some more parking lot lines and some other decorations, but I was flat broke when I got finished. Actually, I had to take a loan to cover my nightly costs. I'm almost $3,000 a day now in property maintenance fees. It's crazy. Well, hello, kitty. Hello, Darius, my kitty cat. Have some treats. I spoil my cat rotten. And around the corner. Mr. Kerminator Live, thank you for that follow, sir.
Oh,
How are you today? Ugh. Finally got 3M adhesives down.
nice.
Mr. Billy Elliott, how are you?
Hey, Carmelator, how are you doing?
Oh, alpacas and goats. Alpacas and goats.
Always, Billy, always. Ah,
Well, now he started adding goats, so it's not just alpacas anymore. Alright, how much input can you take on the coal and the calcium carbonate? 200,000. That is perfect, because that is what my truck holds. So I can go bring the resin trailer back to my sawmill and grab my other truck and load it up with the coal and the calcium carbonate so I can start producing glue and epoxy. Camels? Is that what that is? No, no, cats.
camels, cats.
Well, the way the tail is, it looks like it's a hump in the back, so I thought maybe a camel, but it's cat. These roads make such a difference in the map making process. And
No,
they're just a
have to
paint
agree.
tool. It's like such a simple solution. You'd think it was nothing, but I gotta fix that. That's quite the lip coming off of there. Alright, leave this over here by the resin. Might even fill it up so I don't run out of room in my sawmill over here. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Okay. Now where did I leave that truck is the question. There's that. There it is. I'm getting pretty good at remembering where I left stuff. Are you gonna connect? Are you gonna connect? Of course you're not. There you go. That's better. Yeah, I gotta add a bridge there across the river, I think, and then I'm gonna add another bridge down over at the other end of this. Oh yes, Wayne, I saw those info cards. Those are awesome.
Yep, definitely. Now we gotta get them on the website.
This is the first and only map I've ever wanted to make a non-square field. I'll add another bridge in over here, going across to right over there by the tree stand. I got the goat pen in, the sheep pen is in. I got some more decorating here and there I'm gonna do, but it's coming along. Alright, so I need coal, which I know I have in here. Somewhere. There it is. Coal. How's it going, KW? Working and lurking. That's good to hear, Carminator.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
What's this Mr. Wheels up to today?
Not much.
Not much, huh? I'm in cleaning mode. I kind of went a little crazy with the trees last night. Now I have to pick them all up.
Yep, that's the price.
Yeah, well, it's a lengthy process when you cut down 1,100 trees.
Sheesh, man.
I have a problem.
I don't even have that after all my time playing yet.
Can I get this jackknifed in there like one of those professional drivers? Probably not. Haha! It's calcium carbonate I needed, right? Before I fill with the wrong product, drive all the way over there. Yes. Give me all the calcium carbonate. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Dave is going to try and do that FSL thing tonight, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I think so.
Yep, cleaning mode. I have a lot of trees I cut down, but it's going to make a fantastic looking field, I think. Normally, I've always just gone for how big can I make this field possibly. I'm a Zombie boy. It does not ring a bell. Not ringing a bell, Amazobi. Get the 3M factory running first. Need to start getting that glue so I can make chipboard. Build the next plant. Up over my little mountain.
The road looks pretty good there.
It took a while. I could have done a little bit better job stepping it out so it would be a little bit flatter. Or not flatter, but smoother with the transitions from one height to the next. Oh. Alright. Yeah, well, it's been a while since I've streamed altogether, Amazobi. My back hasn't always been the kindest to me lately. But I figured if I'm going to be sitting here, I might as well try and do something. So welcome back. Coal. Lots of coal. Yeah, I still gotta do some painting in and around the steel factory once that's built. I did place the shell factory, the larger one, but I haven't landscaped that quite yet. I've got to do some painting around the 3M factory once I decide how I want to make the little driveway look for it. And then I added some industrial buildings over here for where the trash cell point is. So I can bring the trash right in and then go back around the outside. I need to check. I've been trying to empty these things out so I can get rid of them, move them. Might as well get that done quick while I'm here. Then I can go back to picking up all those logs. Maybe I can get my field put in today. That'll be a pretty big field. So it goes from here all the way up like this, over to about here, down, and covers that whole section. That's better, because the stream is right here. It's just opposite the stream. It's around here, so it's going to have a little section there, and then this whole block. Going to be doing lots of moving things in the future, you think, there, Amethyst. Yeah. I originally had a plan for this whole spot, and then it's like, I don't like that. I want to do it this way instead. I'm going to be tearing apart my entire BGA setup and changing that all around too. I'm going to take that whole building apart. It's going to get moved. I'm going to have bunker silos in here. And an entirely different setup for the BGA. Are you having a hard time there, Scurvy? You seem like your your fingers aren't wanting to work today. Yeah, I agree. Hi, everybody. Trying to say hi to every single individual person would get difficult eventually. Want to buy FS22 fence tool. I've gone a little crazy with them. That is true, Scurvy. That is true. It's a lot easier to talk than type. Especially when your hands get all crampy because of the arthritis. It makes it really fun to try and type. I used to be really fluent with typing, and now my hands get all like locked up, so I find myself doing the one finger chicken peck. Unless you're boom. Boy, we do pick on that guy when he's not here.
Yeah, we do.
You on Tarkov today there, Wheels?
I'm just now getting to where opening something up. So I got farm sim up at the moment.
Aha. Not cheating on farm sim yet.
But I'm I'm prone to go the other way.
It happens.
I got to get busy, man. You guys are blowing me away as far as.
Yeah, I've been a little busy over here. I'll jump over to my stupid precision farming map every time.
And I put precision farming back in today, so I'm a good boy.
Yeah, I mean, there's just something about it where it adds that extra layer of, do I do this? Do I do that? I don't know. I like it. I honestly think I'm going to be like hours when it comes to the point of trying to get rid of all these stumps. Guessing that's all I'm going to be doing during Dave's stream is grinding stumps.
You're not going to do the old FSL thing, huh?
I haven't gotten the client or anything like that, and I didn't want to commit to it because I'm not sure at any given time if my back's going to decide to... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Log. Cooperate with me sitting here or not.
I just want to try it again because I failed so bad last time. I'm like, no, it's not the end.
I can't go out like that, right?
Exactly. Those bales are going on that conveyor.
21 pallets of firewood from stumps so far. To each their own, but I refuse to use that mod. I'm not one of these, not one of the guys that is against the leasing of equipment, because I know farmers do it in real life. I've leased equipment.
Right.
I don't mind taking out loans for equipment, because that's how the world works. So I'd rather just take out a loan for a Scorpion King and go to town rather than let me cut down this tree with a chainsaw and hack it all up into little bits with an axe.
It was fun at first, you know. I mean, but yeah, I'm not going to continue to use it. It's there, but
Well, I tried it one time when I was on the server, just for, everybody keeps talking about it. I was bored, so I said, you know what, I'll give it a fair shake. And the time it took me to take down 3 trees and clean them up, I was like, wow. I get it if that's the, you're doing it for like a role play aspect or something like that, but as far as a way to earn money, nope. I could
yeah.
have cut down 30 trees and auto-loaded them with a trailer and been, made 10 times as much money. And then just taking a stump grinder to the stumps,
Yeah.
It's an efficiency thing. I have a hard time doing something that's going to be less efficient, time-wise. Thank you, child, for sneezing on my arm.
That's what those are for, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Bringing home germs. I guess at this point, if my kids weren't bringing home germs, I'd be like the guy in a bubble just sitting at home all day.
Yeah.
Well, that'll make the trip back to the sawmill interesting. Alright, really? Go over in this pile then, get off the truck. You want to be difficult? Be that way. Why are you piling everything on that edge of the trailer? Seriously? Physics, guy, physics. Wait, why am I screaming at a video game about its physics? It wouldn't make sense anyway.
Good question. Because you're a streamer. That's what we do. We talk to our games.
Yeah. Started your third attempt at Uncharted. Third attempt? What happened to the first two? Starting farm manager mode, so you have more starting. Hash after you bought plot 19. Yeah. Though, in all reality, all you had to do was start even on new farmer and pull out a loan right out the gate. Be the same thing as starting in farm manager. Oh, somebody beeped my.
Right. Step 2. Get a scorpion. Cut 2,000 trees. See you in a week.
Yep. Pretty much. In my case, 2,000 trees is probably about 8 hours.
Well, there is that. Yeah, some of us are mega lumberjacks.
Oh, come on, Big Teddy.
Yeah, but Bodine, he's never recommended starting it in Farm Manager though. He's always said start it in New Farmer. Just to let you know, Bodine.
Yeah. I know you will start with obviously the 1.25 and plot
Yeah, but
19's
you don't.
what? 800
You have
grand?
to. Yeah. I thought there was something about the explosions don't work if you do it like that though.
Well, actually, plot 19 is over $1 million. Uh, why won't you pick up that log? Is my super strength? It is. Why is it not picking up that log?
I thought he said something
It's
about the explosions don't work right if you start in that mode, but don't quote me on that.
well, they won't work without that one. But I think what
Mhm.
he had mentioned was if you start that way, and then you. All right, my hand is not working to pick up an individual object. I can throw it, but I can't pick it up.
Are you sure you
That's
got super strength on?
yeah. Well, I wouldn't be able to throw it without picking it up, you know? Because I can throw them. Well, that's awesome. But he had mentioned, at least for the sake of like um, servers, starting it on Farm Manager, obviously. But you start with the 1.25 million as a farm manager. You just have to buy 19, and then you'll be able to continue on. The problem is on Farm Manager, you start with the 1.25 million dollars, but 250,000 of that's a loan right out the date, right off the bat, and it's going to cost you more than $1 million for plot 19. So really, you're starting off with a little over 200 grand in your money, but 250,000 of that's a loan. You're actually starting off in the negative. So you're better off to start on New Farmer, take out a $250,000 loan, and then you got 350 grand and a truck. And then if you really find you're having a hard time progressing from essentially nothing, where you start out, put the game on easy economy. Nothing says you have to play on a hard mode. If you want to build up a little bit of equipment and cash and then go to a harder difficulty economy, do that. Not saying you can't start out with easy economy to get some money under your belt and then increase your difficulty so that you don't lose that challenge down the line. Can I dodge the stumps? Oh, now they're easier to see. And
You go in the wireframe, really?
I do, to make sure I get the stumps
Well, if
cleaned
you
up.
plow the land, you can actually see the stumps, but just FYI.
Yeah, I'll find them when I plow. You're right. But there's
Man, that
1100 stumps here. I'm gonna go through
yeah,
the first time
it,
without the plow.
it was dotted with stumps everywhere, man.
Yeah, that's
Hey, hey,
strange. I can't pick it up, but I can throw it.
I haven't yet used wireframe.
That is so weird. Why won't it let me pick anything up? I can throw it, but I can't pick it up. Object too heavy. Okay. Turn this back on. There we go. Super strength just bugged out or something, that's all. Weird. least I don't have to reboot the game, you know? No, I do tend to abuse wireframe. Picking up the bits of logs, getting rid of the stumps to make sure I don't have little slivers of wood left kicking around, things like that. Making sure I don't miss a bunch of rocks in my field. Especially now that they come in at a smaller size. It can be really difficult to see them at times. Or finding bits of coal while you're plowing at night. That's always fun. Look at all the piles of trees. So many piles of trees. I wouldn't restart just for the sake of restarting, Bodine. I'm just pointing out what I would have done, personally. Ah, discombobulated mess. It was only an hour. Alright. And to each their own. There we go. I started picking up trees. And I had 30 grand with a $100,000 loan. I paid off the loan already. And I'm now up to almost $1 million just picking up trees. It's a good way to make money. Some people shouldn't edit XML. Well, this I agree, Wayne. But if anybody can straighten them out, it's you. Oh, that's the third cat to come in and bother me. Do you want treats too? You didn't like the treats the last time I gave them to you, kitty. Making a good load of money clearing trees. Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to be able to put stuff in, you're going to have to clear trees anyway. So, it's definitely a way to do that. It's probably why someone just messaged you about on. It very well is probably the case there, Wayne. Let's see. More trees. Yep, that's why the cat came in to bother me. They know I have a whole bunch of treats sitting here in the... Can you send me... Really, guy? No, wrong button, wrong button.
I went out and picked blueberries.
That should be it there. Alright. Thank you, Corbin. Even though you walked off. I now have fresh blueberries. Big Teddy Bear Gaming, thank you for that follow. Fresh high bush blueberries. Maybe I need to stick them in the freezer quick and make my wife do muffins this weekend or something. Oh, thank you for that host, Big Teddy. time I think I'm making progress, it's like, oh, there's another pile. Worst part's gonna be driving around getting all these stumps cleared. That's gonna take some time. Yeah, you probably forgot update mass equals false is my guess. I made that mistake the first time I tried to edit a capacity. Thought XML editing's not too hard. I can do this. Right. I would make so much more money if I cut these into shorter length logs. But then they'd be 10 times harder to pick them all up. So all you need to do is give your truck like 10 million more horsepower, and it'll solve the issue of too heavy. It actually won't, because it'll crush the trailer into the ground, but it would look funny and have a spectacular result. Ask me how I know that. Stupid tree. Every time. Da-da-da-da. Is this one more pile down, I think? I think. It is. Nice. Alright, cat. This feels weird with you constantly rubbing on my leg. Oh, come on, you've got the power. Pull. You can do it. There we go. This truck's got the weight and the power for it. And the traction. Sometimes it leads to funny results, but hey, you know, whatever. Every now and then, too, I'll bump a stump just right, and the entire truck and trailer will do a big, high, like, backward somersault in the air. The perfect log length to money is about 8 meters. Oh, excuse me. The in-game harvesters will stop at 8 anyway, but it's generally around 8 meters is the best. Sometimes 9. But I watched one of the YouTube streamers, not streamers, but content creators for Farm Sim did a very in-depth test, we will say. And it was about 8 to 9 meters. Now, at 8 meters, you're going to need the biggest trailer for auto-loading, which means it's going to be harder for you to load, because if you're driving while you're picking up the logs, they won't land exactly where you want them to land. They'll shift on the trailer. There was a piece of wood in here. There it is. If they shift on the trailer when they're falling, the back stack of logs won't be able to load properly. And then you're just fighting it the whole way. So I'd just go with the 15 meters, 15 meter trailer, and it's still plenty profitable. It's just a lot easier to pick them all up. I used to go 7.5 meters with the MRF Scorpion King. 15-meter trailer, 7.5 piles, and it was pretty good. But it was a lot more difficult to get the trailer loaded, a lot more time consuming. So I gave up and went to doing it this way. It's almost worse turning the lights on. Shines off the grass and I can't see. Ooh, that was close. Almost rolled it over. Yeah, because when I was doing the 7.5 meter piles, the weight would be about the same as what I get now, and the loads would be around $80,000 to $90,000 per load instead of 50.
Hey, Fumans.
How's it going, Fummins?
Going.
Where did this piece of wood come from? What the heck? I missed it. Here you go. Pick it up. Thank you. I went crazy, Fummins.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut down 1,100 trees. Now I gotta pick them all up. It's proving time consuming.
And the stumps.
Well, yes, that comes later.
I'll have it by the end of the night.
Probably. But it's definitely one of those moments where it's like, I probably should have done that in stages. I keep expecting it to trash my frame rates, but it hasn't. Moral of the story, kids, if they're not all in one giant pile, they won't really affect your frame rates as badly.
Of
Oh, well, they'll still have a knock-on effect on your frame rates eventually. But if you spread them, if they're spread out like me, half the piles aren't even loading in. So it's not affecting my frame rate as badly as if I had 1,100 stumps in one giant pile. 1,100 trees, I should say. One more log. Yep, one more log. There it goes. I kind of want to go find a spot and cut down like another 50 trees so I can cross the 5,000 barrier. But I told myself I'm going to pick these ones up first. In the pile. Thank you. You too. Why'd you stop? Thank you. Hey. Behave. Yeah. That goes to show. You can literally take out a loan to buy a piece of property, and by the time you clear that piece of property, you can buy another one. I mean, right from the start of the game, you could literally lease yourself a Scorpion King, or even take out a loan to buy one, and just start going to town and clearing field 19, and by the time you've got plot 19 basically cleared, you could buy another plot. If you've got the patience to cut all those trees. Come on, there we go. That should do it for that pile. Next pile. Making pretty good progress. A little over halfway done now. There, stay there then. Did I miss one little tiny tree? Oh no, it's the end of a tree. It just happened to land perfectly straight up in the air. What are the odds of that? There's a little piece of stick. That's funny. It was balanced on its point. I'm gonna leave it there now.
There you go.
That's like
Who
completely
said you
random.
know?
I'm like, did I miss a tree? No, it's got no branches on it. That's not a tree. What the heck? Just sitting there. Bird 59701, thank you for that follow. How are you doing today? I thought it looked strange when I was driving by it, like it was too light in color. I'm just curious how it landed like that, and I hadn't noticed it until now. I probably ran it over with the truck at some point, shot it out from underneath my tires. I've done that, I don't know. There's another one! Okay, I broke farm sim. The trees are starting to replant themselves. If they start walking out of the woods and like smacking my equipment around, I'm gonna really go uh, a little nuts about it. Hey, hey, hey. Stupid stump. Lack of patience, huh, Bodine? Well, if you want to clear an area and you don't care about the money, just rent a Trex. It will do a significant job. It doesn't even have to be property you own, Bodine. Oh. No, come on. You're not even half unloaded. Yeah, my poor Scorpion King has like 37 hours on it now. Oh, that was attempt number 1, but it felt too cheaty. I gotcha. I mean, the map definitely, it's not for everybody. I was never one to enjoy logging to before. I hated logging. I absolutely hated logging. And now I'm addicted to it. That is correct, Jaren. That is the other part of the Trex. It will not register how many trees you've cut down. So when you see my total of 4,959, what's not included in that total is when I cleared plot 32 out to mimic what the work I had done on the server in testing, NBC and I, that is. We had started on plot 32 and we cleared this all out, so these were already fields. I had a few pieces of things in here. I had this area cleared out of trees as well, and I'd started putting things down here, so I essentially recreated that in the game with the help of the Trex. So this plot I cleared with the Trex of trees, and I never got counted into this number here. I happen to know, because I've looked at the number of unsplit shapes on the map in the F8 menu, that I cleared 1,400 trees off of that plot. So in reality, I'm like 6,300 trees I've taken off the map. And I kept adding those numbers in myself when everybody was asking how many trees they've cut down, and then I was told that they don't count, and there's an asterisk next to them, so I need to stop counting them. You love the concept of the map, that's why you keep trying? Yeah. I would say, Bodine, the best thing to do is start out with a small vision in your head of, this is what I want to accomplish first. And then once you start to feel like you're, like getting plot 19 under your belt as far as what you want to do, then you can really start going to town on the map. I had a single player game that I'd started. I had probably 30 hours into it, a little or around there. And then Dave asked me to do some testing on the server. I was like, all right, I'll help you test it. And obviously it doesn't tell me how much time I spent over there. But I know, given the amount of time I was on the server playing, I'd say it was at least around 80 hours. And I didn't want to lose all that time, but I also didn't want to take a copy of the server save to single player, because then it would have had all of the work that like Wheels and Jababo, Dave, NBC, and everyone else had done on the map. I wanted it to just be mine, essentially. So I decided to just use the Trex to get back to where I was on the server. I used the F11 menu to give myself essentially the money I had earned on the server by buying the same equipment. And then from there forward, it was just carrying on where I'd left off on the server. And now I have 132 hours. Really? You're supposed to load onto the trailer, not my truck. I'm getting trolled by a tree here. Seriously? There. Now what do you think of that? Stupid tree. 3 times in a row it just lands on the cab of the truck. Okay. Yep, I think I broke the physics in Farm Sim. The trees don't like me anymore. apparently I forgot to pick up a couple of trees over there. That's got one of Boom's stupid birds in the log. It very well could, Amaki. It very well could. What am I going to do with my $1.3 million? Other than spend it on landscaping?
And then landscape.
Yeah. You're probably right, Fummins. Well, see, the other thing is, I have bought my farm down here. I've bought the connecting lands to start putting in my shopping area, which is going to be in this area here. There should be enough room on 17, 22, and here to build my little shopping center I want to build. Of course, I'm putting the BGA, the biogas plant, in right over here. And 20 and 25, I've already cleared a large plot of land over there to be a like grass working slash maybe I'll grow corn and for forage harvesting chaff type of thing to supply the BGA to, you know, quote unquote power my manufacturing center, which I have quite a bit of it on plot 19 now. And then the only other thing I wanted to do was add in some of the food manufacturing and beverage manufacturing. And I think I've decided I want the brewery and the vodka. As well as the... See, I don't know if I want... I might do Frito-Lay, because Frito-Lay does not take a lot of inputs. Like Campbell's soup needs all different kinds of inputs, so I don't know if I want to go that much. Heartland bread, of course, then I'd have to have the flour factory and all of that. Ken's is kind of minor for inputs. Kellogg's is another one that takes a lot of inputs. Maybe doing Wolfie's Pizza, but if I do Wolfie's Pizza, I need the bread factory, I believe. So I'm not 100% sold on what I want for food factories yet. But I'm probably going to pick 2 or 3 from that list. And they're going to have like a manufacturing hub somewhere else on the map. Because I also still need to put in the dairy and the butcher. And if I end up going with like the bread factory or something like that, I'll have to have the flour factory. And I am planning on putting in textiles. So I need a spot for the textile mill, the dairy and the butcher. Might do the sugar factory, don't know. Depends on if I really want to start doing sugar beet. Or sugar cane. Well, I guess that is option C, Bodine. I'm murdering their friends so they don't like me anymore. Now I'm thinking this is out of like Lord of the Rings and the Ents are going to come out of the trees and start beating up my farmyard. What am I stuck? Whoa! Hey! That happened. Moving on. Nothing to see here, folks.
We're not looking. Don't worry.
I don't know how many times that's happened. That I just clip a stump just right or something, and next thing you know, the whole truck and trailer just launched right up in the air. Flying around the map. Last night while Dave was streaming, not Dave, I think it was while you were streaming, I hit a stump and the entire truck and trailer did a full backflip in the air.
Did you nail the landing?
I did.
That's
All
what
right,
counts.
tree. You gonna play those games again? I'm gonna give you one more chance. Well, come here. Now you listen here. You're gonna load on the trailer properly, or you and I are gonna have words. Come on. Take the stick. Fine. There. Let's go this way. Should be able to pick up one or two more. Hey, don't you dare stump. Good enough. Yeah, I think the reason I don't tip over near as much is I adjusted the mass on this truck at one point. Oh, Big Teddy, what did you do now? What'd you break now, Big Teddy? Oh. Pay attention when you're driving. It's like a minefield. Fit between the stumps. Like so. Pipe in your trailer won't open. Oh, yeah, that sounds like it is having some issues with that mod now. I will say this, there comes a time when it's almost better to go back to the original version of the mod and start over in case one of the changes you made is what caused all of that. The pipe on your trailer. I'm guessing it's probably a auger wagon or seed tender type trailer.
I assume you've already reset the trailer.
No, there is no place on the map to sell the poplar chips, Farmer John. There are plenty of things that you can use to store it for later use into turning it into diesel. With the map pack, you get Cogent storage. Cogent storage will store the poplar chips in the same place the wood chips would be stored. There is also a lot of other mods for silos that have the bulk fill category, and those will allow it to take poplar chips. The silo set I'm using actually has the bulk fill category on it, so it will take the poplar chips as well. if you don't necessarily want to just use the one from the mod pack.
No,
Who joined us?
can you hear me now?
Dave,
Hey,
yep,
Dave.
loud
How's it
and
going,
clear.
Dave?
It's
Quit going
going.
away.
I still got a pull. Hey,
Yeah, see, I got back from picking up my kid, and I took a nap, and when I woke up from my nap, you were taking a nap.
yeah. That much needed when I got up way too early today.
Yeah, then I decided I was going to go live while I picked up all the trees I cut down.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I'm making progress. I think I broke the farm sim physics though, because I've got a bunch of little tree ends that have decided to start like growing in the field. They're standing straight up out of the ground on their end. It's
Morning, Billy.
strange.
Oh, look at a button popped up.
I am beginning to think Billy is sweet on you. Oh, Dave, thank you for that resub
You're
for 8
welcome.
months now.
Hey, Amaki. All right. Edit my server.
Editing your server. You getting it all set up for the FSL later?
Stop it. I'm change it to password of nothing, and it's gonna be SGAFSL. The name.
You don't think it's going to cause an overcrowding issue if you take the...
Hey, all we want to do is get some action.
You need to practice moving bales, I guess, or something.
Mm. I did one solo
There.
practice round, and I scored 110 points on my own, so I think we're a little bit better.
Well, yes, but here's the thing, Dave. You manage that on your own. It's the teamwork aspect of it that really makes the big difference.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll go up against your whole other team because you only got 90.
So you can start it and play with less than
You have
one
to
person.
enable cheats or admin mode.
Oh,
Jump on, hit Control T, and join as the blue player captain. For blue player captain, then hit Control T, and you can go in and run it solo.
okay, nice.
Yeah, gotta be able to
And
practice somehow.
or you can run it with other people without having full teams. So you could literally have a 3-team practice session, 3-person against nothing, just to see what you score.
Work on your teamwork and strategies.
Yeah.
Guessing Fummins was assaulted by his cat.
Yeah.
Bad cat.
Well, I've had 3 of them come in and bug me for treats because I keep the container of cat treats by my desk.
He wouldn't give us nothing though.
I mean, if you want them, they're probably not that tasty. They're special kitty salmon flavor, crunchy and creamy cat treats.
Ooh, salmon flavor.
I'm good.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Yeah. It's like these people that I've known several people. They'll eat like dog biscuits and be like, "Oh, they taste good." They're a dog biscuit. If I was meant to eat them, they wouldn't be called a dog biscuit.
Maybe it gave him really nice white teeth after they ate it.
Well,
Isn't
that
something
was
dog
the
biscuits
absurdity of the last time I took my dog to one of the veterinary practices near my house. It was the last time I ever took my animals there. Told me I had to get my dog and my cat's teeth brushed and cleaned. And in order to do so, they'd have to knock out my dog and my cat to brush their teeth. And when I inquired as to how much the absurdity of this practice would be, I was told $1,400 for the pair. And I said, no thank you. I can buy dental treats for $4.
Mm-hmm.
I am not spending an absurd amount of money to get my animal's teeth brushed.
Fun of you.
Well, and then of course the lady behind the counter was like, "Well, that doesn't work as well, and if you don't want your animal's teeth to rot out of their head and have dental issues and stuff later in life, you should get their teeth cleaned." And I'm like, I've owned animals all my life. I've never ever had an animal with a gum disease or anything like that that resulted in them not wanting to eat or having difficulty eating. Look in the back parking lot where all the employees are parked. A couple of Maseratis, a few Mercedes, a lot of other very expensive cars, and I went, aha, that's why you want me to have my dog's teeth brushed.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the animal hospital nearby, and they looked at my dog and went, his teeth are fine. If you do want us to brush them, though, it would only be $300. I'm like, well, why are you $500 cheaper than the place a mile away?
Really? I guess they got a Chevy in their parking lot.
Well, they're more of a animal hospital emergency animal clinic than they are a typical veterinary practice. But they'll still do all of the the shots, the checkups, and everything else that a regular vet would do. They just don't. They're more of a non-profit veterinary practice. So it's like, all right, well, I can understand that. And they've been phenomenal when treating my animals. So it's like, all right, I'll take the service over these people that are just trying to get money out of me.
Right.
All right, log, load, thank you.
Hmm.
Lock in the straps and back up the river. Yeah, no new car payments. That's pretty much it. Unloading. Don't stop unloading the trailer. Thank you. That's most of it. Rest of the pile. I am making progress. Doesn't
Oh, yeah?
feel like it, but I am making progress.
Nope. Somebody dumped
Yeah, we lost somebody.
X-Man.
I was gonna say I hadn't heard him in a little bit. He probably started watching a movie.
I watched Tomorrow War before I fell asleep.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was awesome.
Ryan K9918, thank you for that follow.
It was
How are
good.
you doing today?
First movie I watched in forever, but because I'm on Amazon Prime for a month.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked it. I mean, Chris Pratt's a pretty good actor. I don't think I've found a movie he's not good in. And
I-
then
Yeah.
I used to remember watching this TV show called Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
About the nerdy dude that gets the computer stuck in his head. And the female co-star of that, her anonymous coming in with a screamer for 150 bits. That's got to be NBC lurking in here somewhere. He's the one that normally does the anonymous thing. But was it?
Sometimes Oppies does too.
Yeah, he was lurking in here earlier. But the female co-star from Chuck is the female lead from Tomorrow War.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I told you, NBC Master Dad. Who, me? We're on to you, NBC. We're on to you.
I cleared the cache on mine last night because apparently I turned it off on purpose in Tarkov.
That's what I thought had happened. That's what I thought had happened.
Although it would have started me in that game.
Well, that's like the best time. Like I said, I got a streamer the other day. He was playing Phasmophobia, which is one of those horror games, and oh yeah, played the sound effect and it jumped the heck out of him. Yeah, so I got 2 trees growing in my field that shouldn't be there. From little end bits. There's another one that was up over here somewhere. There it is. You like my broken physics, Dave?
Your broken physics?
Yeah. That's a cut end of a
didn't
tree
notice.
that happened to land directly on its end, and now
Oh.
it's standing up in my field like it's growing.
Now you don't want to move it, huh?
No, I don't. I've got one there, and I've got another one down by the tree up over there on the side of the river.
There's a mod for Tarkov that'll let your viewers like make you throw a grenade like on a moment's notice, or discharge your mags, or like yell, like, and your player will do it automatically without you making it do it if they do the right thing. I'm not gonna use that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Arc integration and stuff like that, where you can do stuff for or to the streamer.
Yeah, Imperial Gamer tried that mod, and people were trolling him with it.
Which one, the Tarkov mod or the?
Yeah, the Tarkov mod.
Yeah. I don't think Boom will ever go back and do the Arc Chaos Creator again, because he knows I'll launch him out of the map again and kill him.
That's the fun part of it.
Well, yeah, it was. Sitting there, he's got all this nice stuff. He's got all this nice stuff on him, and then poof, he's a rocket.
Have we heard from him lately today?
Not today. I haven't heard from him since Monday. Well, Tuesday, very early morning.
Uh-huh.
You can use Bitbot on FarmSim and other games, not just Tarkov. A Bitbot, huh? Is that what it's called? I'm gonna have to look into that one. Bitbot.
Oh, that's what they call. Okay, I didn't know it was multi-functional.
I had seen a couple that were supposedly multifunctional for game interactions, and I clicked through a couple of them, but I didn't really look into them too much, because a lot of them were like, sign up to explore what games you can use this on. It's like, no, just tell me which games I can use it on, and then I'll go through the sign up.
Tell you what, Ryan, you stream Tarkov and I'll try it on you. So
I like that idea.
First,
Ryan's the guinea pig. Let's go. I mean, after all, he's the one that's like, you gotta come back to Tarkov. You're falling behind.
Uh, yeah.
Oh, he has to come back to Farm Sim. He's fallen behind. There, now it's even.
I am definitely there. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm sampling my fields.
Well, no, Ryan's falling behind in Farm Sim. He needs to come back.
Yep. Ryan, oh my gosh, yeah. Got to get back on the Farm Sim kick. Get away from that Tarkov for a little bit so I can help him build his numbers up.
Your PC will hate me if you stream Tarkov.
You're assuming it likes you now, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's a strong assumption. Fine, I'll go over and I'll pick up pieces out of this pile because I can't get around the stumps over there.
Before you place a bridge, make sure that your
Ground
vehicles
is...
aren't in the way.
Oh. Yeah, that would...
Trying to put it on top of my bridge and I couldn't get my vehicles out, so I'm selling the bridge. I'm putting it back.
Yeah,
That'll
generally
do
you
it.
want your vehicle on top of the bridge, not
Well,
under.
can't you just reset your vehicles back to the store?
Yeah, but much easier to sell the bridge.
Oh yeah, I guess depending on where the bridge is located and how
It's
far your
far
vehicles
away
might be from the shop.
A little farther than I wanted to drive.
Oh, Jesus.
Imagine that, collidable bridges.
You see how many piles I still have over here? Like, I thought I was making progress getting all these piles. Look at them.
Oh man, I thought I was making progress. Now I got trees in my bridge.
Look, and the piles continue beyond... Apparently I'm still picking up trees. My bad. I mean, they continue all the way down to the river over here. I mean, that's a lot of trees. And I got a boat I gotta get rid of. I might keep that boat. Got a lot of silt I gotta clean up now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Another boat there. Well, I can definitely afford to do some more landscaping now. Or maybe buy... Oh, that's what I was looking for earlier, and I forgot what it was listed as. I gotta go find that other cotton harvester. So I can try it and see if it's gonna work on this map. Can't imagine it wouldn't, but... I hate that. One tree falls just right on the trailer. And next thing you know, like, nothing wants to fit on the trailer anymore. That's better. I was stuck on something. There we go. At least I didn't pole vault up in the air again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's happened a few times. As long as I don't look down the hill at all the extra piles of wood that I still have to pick up. What in the heck? Must have been that little tiny stump I hit. I'm not using the small trailer. It's 15 meters. That's what everything's cut to. The reason it's taken so long, NBC, is I cut down 1,100 trees before I picked anything up.
Sounds like excuses.
20's more tippy. 15's actually very stable. Like I said, as long as I don't look at all the piles down the hill, it makes me feel better. I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere. Problem is, I think the majority of the trees are actually down the hillside when I cut them. Well, yeah, good for Dave's crash counter, but I don't want to have to sit there and try and pick my trailer up every 5 minutes. Because as much as I like this Western Star truck, you can't actually interact with it with the hand. So fixing it when it tips over is not as easy. If I go this way, I can go around these stumps here. There we go. Found using the 20 with a dolly and a tractor isn't as tippy. Well, yeah, because you're not going as fast. That's the only reason why it's not as tippy. If you only do 30 miles an hour, it's not going to tip over near as much. Pick up the log, you. It's another one of those instances where I... Yep, right there. Little piece of a branch still stuck on the log. 8
I'll
more
return
tires on
in
the
a
front. Yeah.
couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Alright, Wheels. Yeah, extra 8 tires doesn't hurt. Especially when they're in a wide stance, it tends to make it a little more stable. Alright, I see a path through the stumps, I think. I'll only need a few explosives for this field, at least. Gonna need a bigger plow. Do-do-do-do. Excuse me, pardon me. Ginger ale, great for settling the stomach, but it does make you have to burp. Okay, you're hungry? Alright, NBC, get yourself something to eat. Curious what's going to be for supper for me. The wife asked me what I wanted, and I told her I didn't care. Might be one of those nights. She was talking Chinese earlier, though, so maybe. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Haha. I am getting at least to the narrower part of the field area. Really? Thank you. Gonna have to find a nice flat spot for that food manufacturing area I want to put in. Gonna have to go exploring. Maybe I'll go down south towards the beach area. Give me an excuse to go down that way. Or I could go up north too. Maybe up in like maybe up in this area here. Continue my
See you
road
soon,
straight
buddy.
north. Alright, Bodine, we'll catch you in a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Gonna have to explore to figure out where I want to put all that stuff. Maybe that's what I'll do later on while you're streaming is I'll
You're gonna join the
explore.
FSL tournament.
I didn't get the client yet.
You better hurry.
Do you have the link for it so I don't have to search for it? Because it won't be hard for me to download at least.
You gotta register. So you gotta go through Giants website for bottom of Giants.
Well, I already have a thing there.
Yeah, but
so.
this is a special thing for the client if you're for the
Oh,
FSL league, and then you get keys sent to your email. So you got to go through there, and you also get the link to download.
and
FarmingSimulator.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page. You will find a FSL link picture that's linked to all the information you need.
that's a stump. Can't drive through the stump. Stumps are bad, people. There you go, roll right into place. I like it. Can I get those last two on here, maybe? I can. Aha! One more pile picked up. making progress. Excuse me. You're going live at what, 7 o'clock, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. I knew I shouldn't have unplugged my controller. Stupid controller. I unplugged it, and it decided it wanted to keep driving straight forward.
Mm-hmm. All right, all you folks and fancy people out there. All right, I
Be
can't
good to
wait.
go on that farm FSL thing tonight.
Cool.
Sounds like Ryan's in.
Awesome, awesome. I think it'll be fun. You're more than welcome to restream your own footage too with me, so people can watch and multi-stream and see all different angles of it. They so choose.
So that's what I'm curious. Like, how to... I've never even looked at how to set up the multi-stream thing.
I haven't done it in a while, but there's a Wheels has. We'll have to get him in. You put the names in, set up a link to multi. I forget what the website is. For those that want to see it from all angles.
There we go. Another load of logs.
Oh, I was saying before I was interrupted.
Yeah.
Uh, duh, 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 duh. The
Update.
latest version update on PV Tools is now ready. If you can all download it. If you play Industries, you can get the Industries update later on my site when I'm live. Same link as it always has been, !! Industries. But I wouldn't play Industries until you get after running the Uncharted update because you'll
The
need.
rocky fields.
Yep, you have bridges, you have rocky fields, you have the newest, even more features, damage control per implement type. So
Nice.
don't leave rocks in your fields for your baler to hit, or your baler is going to take some damage. And that's the sort of no, not much damage, plows and stuff. But if you're out there with a tedder, windrower,
Combine.
baler, combine, and it hits a rock, it's going to put a hurting on your equipment a little bit. Like 48 minutes, I think, is the max for one rock hitting a implement. So
If it only contacts it once.
that's like 1/10 of the damage that's allowed before it's completely damaged. So for some of the bigger implements, they're set that way.
Yeah. I think it's cool, just something as simple as that.
Yeah,
I wish the UI would indicate it better without having to have like
right.
unit convert or something else like that to help show it. All right, you stupid tree. Yeah, because I haven't used unit convert in a long time.
Yeah, I don't use it just because I don't like the converted units. I want leaders.
Well, and that's what happened to me. Was it's like, all right, well that's kind of cool, but now nothing lines up or makes sense, and this is frustrating.
Mm,
But X-Man was saying he's got unit convert working, and it still puts everything in leaders.
yeah.
So it's like, all
I
right,
think
well
what
if that's the case, you know, all right, I guess I could get along with that, and it might be all right, but.
there might be a standalone damage mod. Nobody's ever checked.
I have to remember to come back down the river and pick up those 2 logs that just went flying. It's one of those things I hope they um, do better with in the FS22. Being able to see like where your implement is at with damage.
Well, there you go. They can get it.
Right now, the only real way is to either go into your garage and look, or bring it to the. Alright, there's those pieces. I want to forget them. Or you have to bring it to a repair trigger.
I got a mod that's called damage status.zip. Let's just cycle through your implement, show the damage on your vehicles.
Oh, nice.
And that's all it's supposed to do. I'll give it a trial.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully it doesn't start throwing all kinds of other issues, but I thought I remember seeing when Wheels was doing it too that that tabber that he was using might also show the
Very possibly.
where it was at, but of course that doesn't let you tab into an implement. So I think it gave some additional information on the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it we were watching the other day had that really nice thing at the bottom of their screen where that we thought might have been from the sim dashboard, because that was really cool looking. I don't even remember who I was watching that day now.
That was red.
Was it? Oh, yeah. I can't think straight, let alone keep track of what I did yesterday. I'm on a stump. Okay. Come on. Keep going. Let me guess, that's another one of those ones where there's probably a little tiny piece of a branch still on it. Nope. Okay, maybe not. Been having that happen lately with the Scorpion King. It's been leaving little stubs of branches on the log so they won't get picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because it doesn't like cutting in 15-meter lengths, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
Less pieces on the ground to pick up. almost tipped over. Got a lot of weight on that outside of my truck. Oh, hello, kitty. Do you want treats too?
Guess what? That damage stats mod don't work.
Doesn't work, huh?
No, I locked up my game in with Lua errors.
Well, I thought that might have been the case.
Remove.
Hello, Darius. Mine kitty.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back,
Welcome
Wish.
back. There's an update on PV Tools. All the
Oh, is
rest,
it
new bells and whistles.
Farmer John? He was here earlier. He was asking about an update.
10-4.
If you're
Just
still
did
here,
it.
Farmer John, there's now an update for you.
He's out streaming.
Is he?
Yep.
Aha. Did not know he streamed.
New damage modifiers for equipment. Be careful not to hit your rocks with your balers and tethers and headers and stuff like that. You're gonna pay for it.
Literally. Of course, the worst thing to do is with the combine header because it'll lower your yield the more it gets damaged.
Now remember though, there is a timer set up, so if it's dragging it, you have 11 seconds stop before it gives you another damage tick on your thing.
What do we do all the time, Ryan?
Oh, we were talking about
multi-stream.
multi-streaming FSL.
Oh, yeah.
For the FSL when we do it tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't know how to do the links, and I forget which one it is, what the name of the place is.
I'll
I'll put you in charge of sharing out a link. Oh, you don't remember? Who does it all?
I'll find it though.
Ryan was
I don't know
saying you
who's
do
gonna
it all
be
the
in it yet.
time, so I mean.
Yeah, he sets it up though.
Oh, so Ryan sets it up. All right, Ryan, you've got a new job.
It's multi-stre.am.
Yeah, I see it. Mm-hmm.
And then you put in the name of people.
Right, it's not like it's actually once you set it up, it's the same link all the time in the future.
Right, if you don't change the
People.
Yeah.
streamers. But
Right.
we'll probably have a random, who knows who's going to do it tonight, you know?
And you can pick which chats you want to look at. It's really kind of nifty.
Yeah.
But if you have an ad blocker or something to do with ads, it'll pop up as a blue screen every once in a while and say that for the best experience, please visit Twitch. But it's only lasts for a second. So.
Mm-hmm. See if we can get some people. They moved their scrimmages at Mr. Criminator. Sent me a link.
Yeah, he was
Well-
lurking a little while ago. He was lurking and working.
He's got, I guess. Hi. FSL scrims will be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time, starting this Friday.
Oh wow, that'll make a big difference for viewership in the U.S.
I think it's great. It starts right at the top of my Friday stream. I would have done that. I don't know if I can do 2 in 1 week here back to back. We'll see how.
Well, yeah, maybe
see how it
not this
goes.
week, but if it's a recurring thing
Yeah.
and that's the time it's going to be on, that's actually really great because
Oh yeah, I'll do it at the start of the Friday stream, and
that should help massively
no,
with.
because we already planned this. I wanted to do this to get more people into it before they make themselves look like idiots if they want to go do the scrimmages, You can look
Yeah.
like an idiot here. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, I'll be happy to do the multi-stream link though. Really, it's not a problem.
Yeah, that would be great.
Who else is
Yeah.
possibly going to do it? Do we know?
Well, Kerminate won't be streaming, but he might be joining us. X-Man won't be around. See, I don't know. You and me so far, and Ryan.
Okay, Ryan might stream it.
I don't know if Ryan's streaming or not. He didn't say,
Oh, gotcha.
but he said he'd be there to join us. NBC is gonna, I think, join us. I don't know if he'll be streaming it. But
Yeah, at this point, who knows who's even going to join, let alone who's going to stream it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than
Well,
you
when
two
the-
for sure.
Well, when the time
Terminator
comes, I'll
can't-
set it up.
Kerminator can't stream yet because they won't let him. But he said he should be around and be able to fill in if we need an extra, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that definitely would. Show everybody the ropes.
Yep.
And I'm going to start a movement. Hashtag free Kerminator. Let Kerminator stream farm sim. It's not really working. It's just
Really?
playing and enjoying yourself. Start sending fan letters to Giants. Hashtag free Kerminator. Let him stream.
Really? What's the ransom?
Yeah. Press the button. Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
definitely profitable cutting down trees.
I don't normally go over to. Oh, see, he's lurking and
There he
listening.
is.
I know it. You just mentioned his name, and he appears like genie out of a bottle.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Poof.
Fummins and I had the same thought at the same
I
time.
hop out of nowhere onto my lily pad. Hello,
How's it
How you
going,
doing?
Kerminator?
everyone. What's up? Yeah, I've had like Darius' stream up in a tab for like I don't know how long ago did I join? 2 hours or something like that.
I've been live for a little over
Right.
2, yeah. I don't know
I'm
if you were here
sleeping.
right away, but you were.
Yeah, it's been about 2, I'd say.
I've been up a while, as you know, because you messaged me pretty early. That's way before I usually get up. I've been working all day. Then I took a big nap in the middle. So you got the skirmishes moved to 7 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays.
Yeah,
That is great.
you guys cool with that? Does it
I am
sound
cool
Yeah,
good?
with
that.
it. I just don't know if I'll make it the first week, but
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna do
Right.
that. I'm gonna try to do that. Is that this week? Starting this week?
yeah.
Yeah, starting this
know.
Friday, we'll have like 2. We'll have this Friday and next Friday, and then the next official FSL event is on the 14th and 15th of August. So, whenever there's an official tournament, we won't have the scrimmages on Friday.
Right. Well, that's fine.
Cool.
I might do it this week. It's just that we'll see how the crowd reacts to me doing 2 streams in a row with FSL League.
Well, I mean, I think it was pretty
Yeah.
positive reaction to when NBC was streaming it and you guys were all
Oh,
trying to do
yeah.
it because, I mean, just like, everybody like, what are we doing? How do we do this? No,
I
do it
hope we
this
get
way
more people
first.
involved. Yep.
It,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
fun
crazy.
to watch.
It's not going to be the whole show anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, I
That'd
mean,
be
but
cool.
play a few matches or more depending on who's available and
No Billy, no alpacas. So, not yet.
well,
He had
Billy decided crashed his laptop, and he's not supposed to do that because he's the IT guy. He's the one that's supposed to
What?
help everybody.
Yeah, what are you doing, Billy? He says he has a question for Kerminator.
Oh,
And if
well.
it has to do with alpacas, he can't answer.
our frog's
Our
coming.
frog's
Jeff. Oh, you threw me for a loop on that one.
Billy.
Well, you do get the cricket noises, the frog noises.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, if you went near like waterways and you could hear the frog noises.
Yeah.
So is that a question you've been asked before, or is this the first?
That's a first, yeah.
All right.
Although Fummins, you'll be happy to know we've got
What's that?
confirmation. Kerminator gave me confirmation this morning that the sound tool, whatever they called it, will
Yeah,
be.
what is it called?
What
The
is it called?
sound synth. Wait, the loop synthesis tool will be available for modders.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I
I mean-
honestly probably directly because of like your guys' feedback and others. Yesterday, I had not just like you guys in here, but other people saying, DJ Go Ham and 82's studio and Clutch Simulation, they were all doing like their Farm Sims show stream. 82's is at DJ's house yesterday, and I was hanging out in there on YouTube.
Oh,
And
nice.
they asked as well. 82 really wants it to be
Oh, I can understand. They do
included.
great work.
Yeah, he does some pretty
yeah,
phenomenal
he's
work
super
with his vehicles.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't live without the TLX series vehicles
know.
now. Just like the Jake brake sounds he added into those in 19 were impressive. So I'm excited to see what he can do with the tool. But yeah,
Yeah.
they were curious as well. So like yesterday, I went directly to the audio team and was like, "People are wanting this. What can we tell them?" And they were like, "Well, don't say anything. We don't have any confirmation. We'll see what we can do." So literally, just because you guys were like, "Give it to us. We want the tool." I think that was the chant you guys started, right? We want the tool.
Well, I was gonna say,
Uh,
I know you were in somebody's stream yesterday saying, no, there's no confirmation yet, and then all of a sudden this morning it's like, well, here's your confirmation. So in the span of a day.
Yeah, I mean that
Yeah.
just shows how we are trying to listen to people, and like
That's great.
we take that to the sound team and go, "Hey, the modders want this. What can we do about it?" And then they have to go, ask, get confirmation. Hey, can we make this available? And then, I mean, it happened quickly. It's not always going to happen that quickly, but
Right.
it's
Well-
it's encouraging to see. They're like, "Cool, all right, well, let's make this happen." Then everyone wants to hear this news, so why delay? So
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll
That's
just
great.
be more quality mods,
Exactly. It'll
So-
it'll let a lot of modders be able to add those really awesome sound effects.
Do you
Yep.
guys have any clue how many people will be about tonight for your
Nada.
FSL stuff?
Well, it's open to the public, so hopefully, I've had a lot of people mention like that they might be getting in, but so far I know Ryan K is gonna join us, myself,
Who all's streaming it?
Wheels.
Just you?
Yeah,
Wheels,
I'm in.
Wheels
Yeah.
streaming. Wheels is streaming.
Yeah, if you're good with that, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan, I think might. He hasn't answered yet. I stepped away. NBC may sounded like he was in too, and
Yeah,
everybody's
if he's
eating
in, I'd
dinner right
imagine
now.
he's gonna stream it probably as well if we
think
set up the
so.
multi-stream.
Yeah, so we're gonna set it up, but
Cool.
4 at least we'll get.
I've
We'll
got a
get some
buddy
extras.
I got a buddy of mine who was like a long time modder on my channels when I was streaming, who has been wanting to get into the FSL. He lives in Ohio, and I told him you guys were doing it tonight, so he might be around as well.
Yes,
so.
send them over. It'll be cool. We're just
Yeah,
gonna
I gave
learn.
him I gave him your link and Wheels link, and of course
Awesome.
he knows me, so he can DM me as well and
Nice.
whatnot. But
I want to basically teach people how to get on there and give them the links and
yeah,
Get 'em
luckily
in
it's not
there.
too bad, but it is a little bit different if you're not used to
Well,
to
yeah.
it,
help,
I mean,
help them get
how-
set
how
up if they
many-
need it.
How much struggle did you guys have just learning that like you've got to select the equipment at certain times and
right? Yeah.
what buttons
you
to hit
can't
for
waste any
unloading
time.
and stuff like that?
Well, I'm pretty. Oh, and Big Daddy, if he comes around, he's all about it. But he might be bowling or something tonight.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I think it's one of those things for Friday. 7 is the time. I honestly thought it was going to end up being earlier, but man, I was blown away by the responses we got on the poll that I sent out to everyone. I did one for Europe times to see like where the current base, like what was the latest they could still participate. And so early on, I was thinking we're not going to get a lot of responses to the North America poll, and we're going to have to do it like early enough that we
Yeah.
include the European time zones. But we had 27 responses to the Europe poll and 42, I think, was the final count to the North American poll.
Wow.
That's great.
And 7 p.m. Eastern was the second highest vote. Like most of the people actually said they could be available as early as 3 p.m. Eastern. And
Wow.
then
Mhm.
7 p.m. was the second highest vote, and that was kind of the time I was hoping for, just because it'll be 4 p.m. Pacific time, and I know like in Colorado, for example, it was definitely an adjustment when we moved out here. Like people on Fridays here, they're done with work at like 2, 3 o'clock at a lot of places, and it's kind of like that on the West Coast, I think, too,
Yeah.
in some
Yeah.
regards. So I figured 4 p.m. Some West Coast people might already be off work. If they have to work until 5, then they can still join in towards the end of the stream once they get home. So it kind of will include the entire U.S. and still have the possibility for like people that want to stay up late in Europe and the UK to join, although it's going to be like
Yep.
1 a.m. midnight for them at the start.
Yep.
That's cool.
That is nice.
But
Billy,
Billy.
it would also include the rocky fields. So
Update.
bridges, the map, assets, and rocky fields at least.
And the fixes for the greenhouses that you let me know, and some other small adjustments here and there, fixes. Other than that, yeah, the bridges are in. So you have placeable bridges and rocky fields. Now the rocks can do damage to implements on a large scale if you aren't careful. We got it now so that if you have a baler and you go over a rock, it's gonna do some damage. Clean up your fields before you go seeding. Your plows and your
Oh,
cultivators won't take much damage, but if you roll over it with anything else, there's a higher damage multiplier.
oh, I forgot to pick up my rocks before I did the update on that little field I did.
Oh, you're just gonna have tiny rocks when you go in.
Yep.
Tiny pebbles. Okay.
Pebbles, yeah, they shrink down. Tiny ones.
I actually like it. The scrap metal looks almost a lot more uh, like the size you would actually imagine those scrap metal pieces being if you were to dig them
Right.
up in the field.
Yep. And the industries map update is ready as well. I got up early this morning, 6 a.m.
I think when people start seeing people having fun with the FSL thing, I think it's going to have a really great,
Oh,
I think you're
yeah.
going to see a huge response.
Well, who knows?
That's
Maybe it'll
good to
bring
hear.
about a lot more FSL teams.
Because it's just fun. I mean,
That's definitely the goal. I've had discussions as well, like with people that we've worked well before I joined Giants. Like last year, we worked with them for like a live in-person event, but their actual
Mm-hmm.
business model is esports at the high school and college levels,
Yeah.
and they have really good connections with the FFA and scholarships for kids that want to study agriculture. So we're hoping that in the future we can get with them and work something out to where we can kind of encourage like the FSL is obviously not a great representation of what real farming is, but it's a good gateway for kids to have some fun and play and enjoy it, and then want to get into the bulk of regular farm sim. So there's been
Mm-hmm.
talk about
Yeah.
running tournaments and having scholarships and things like that for esports teams. So
That's great.
that would be awesome if we can work that out as well. They're
Mm-hmm.
really keen to do it, so we just got to get the ball rolling soon.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, I was it last night we were talking, I think, and mentioning that maybe if the response is big enough in North America, that it would almost be to a point where there might be enough teams to have like a North American and a European league,
Right. Yeah,
and
that's
that
definitely like the long-term goal for sure.
then you could have the Farm Sim League World Championships where the North American and the European square off against each other.
Yep. That would be cool.
yeah, I mean,
Hey,
it's just fun. I mean, that's the bottom line. It
I'm
really
glad
is
you guys
fun.
are enjoying it, especially because like you're enjoying it now and like you've admitted you don't know what you're doing. But
I
just
That is
imagine when you
true.
guys get the grip
I
of it,
jumped. Yep, I jumped into solo test play today by myself, and I scored as many points as our whole team did the other day by myself. So And that's kind of tough because you don't have anybody. You know, you got to
I-
do everything.
I'm excited to see more people playing it too, because in North America, because that means I can actually participate and play it more. And I have the Fridays scrim streams, but those I only play if like the numbers need filled. Otherwise, I'm observing. But I feel like as a caster, I could benefit from playing as much as possible when I can. Just
Right.
because there's a difference between like observing it and being able to move around the map than there is like actually trying to do it and realize how
Yeah.
difficult it is.
Right. And it's not about farming, it's about a team competition using farming materials.
Right.
You know, people are like, "Well, how do you do competitive farming?" Well, it's not that. It's you're using their stuff to make their game engine and their game for a competition. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, and like I was saying yesterday, like if you look at the buildings from Herman that are coming into 22, like the FSL has already had a direct impact on the actual like gameplay of regular farm sim, because we know Herman's been a sponsor of the FSL for a while, and now we're getting their branded buildings into 22. So it's a good way
Someday
for
we're gonna have a cow
companies to
milking.
it's a good way for companies to, you know, kind of get in and sponsor the competition, and also start a discussion with giants about, you know, getting their stuff
Yeah.
into the game. So it's
Yeah.
So I
definitely
find
a positive all around, and the more people play it, the better. There's some one of the ambassadors from South America has been running Portuguese language tournaments just for fun. They stream it on Twitch in Portuguese, so I mean, right there, you're starting to get people interested in it in South America. We're working on it in North America now, so the long-term goal is definitely to get it to be more of like a worldwide competition and have continental champions and a World
Yep.
Cup of sorts where they all come together and compete.
That'd be
So,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure your devs they're really looking at, okay, here's how we can expand it, but we need to make it good at the level it is now, and the sky's the limit where it could go later. I'm sure they've got huge ideas that, you know.
right. Yeah, I'm sure that like with 22 now as well, like there's just going to be more opportunities to maybe even slightly change the exact things you do or something. Like I don't know for sure, but just in my brain, I'm thinking, oh, what if they threw like some sort of production chain thing into it
right.
as
Yep.
well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what?
Now
Yeah.
instead of baling, you need to make so many cakes or something like that. So you need to, you know, I mean, whatever
I
the
mean, that's not
production
the
lines
worst
might
idea.
be,
Some
where
sort of
you've got to like, all right, now we've got to produce the flour and get the flour over, and for FSL you can't use the auto shipment, so now you've got to move the pallets.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be a great way to include the less skilled people like me too. Yeah, like let me just stand there on foot and I'll be the one moving the cakes around.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll move
I'll
cakes as
avoid
long as
having to
you give
drive
us.
the machinery. Let me just
Well,
stand there.
Then can we get the super strength perk?
Yeah, right.
That actually would be a
Lift
really
50
good.
cakes at a time.
Well, that might be, you were talking about balancing out that one perk that everybody was taking. Super strength might be something where it would be a beneficial perk over what the other one was, because then you could pick up the bales and chuck them around instead of having to.
Yeah.
Failed.
I don't know if it was one of you guys in like a voice chat or if it was during the tournament on Sunday, but we were talking to someone about how there should be like a drop that changes the weather for your opponent as well. Like
Oh, that would be.
with the seasons coming into the game,
Yeah,
like all
that'd
of
be
a
cool.
sudden you've got snow on your field or something.
Or it starts raining so you can't harvest or something like that.
Right, yeah.
That would be
For the
mean.
next 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever, it's gonna rain so they can't harvest.
Yeah. I mean the sky's the limit, and the good thing is like it's already evolved and changed every single season so far of the 3 seasons. So, you know, with this season will end in November, just in time for 22 to come out, and then there'll probably be a period of 3 to 6 months of a break, and then come back and
That's cool.
have like the Farm Sim 22 client and get the tournament started on that. So who knows what it'll look like, you know, this time next year.
Right.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. Now, I haven't really paid too close attention to FSL in quite a while. I'd seen some YouTubers. I think it might have been DJ Gohan was messing around with it on YouTube one day when I saw him playing some
Right.
FSL. And I know at the time there was a strategy where I guess you could quickly run in and grab all the combines and prevent the opponent from getting any, and thus they wouldn't be able
Right.
to uh, actually compete. Is that still a thing,
Yeah.
or did that finally get fixed?
So that's called a rush, and I don't know the exact story because I wasn't around the FSL in the early days. But what I've heard from others is that it used to be easier to achieve. I don't know whether that's because now like you can actually like reserve a harvester and a baler if you want.
Oh, at
But
the beginning, right?
yeah, at the beginning, like yeah, it was possible for like an instant like forfeit to happen because like a team would rush and grab all of the harvesters and like a team, wouldn't be left with one. So the game would end right then and there. But I think that happened like too often early on, and so they kind of balanced it and made it to where it's super rare. I've never seen it happen this season, but I do think it's still achievable somehow. Like if your opponents don't reserve a baler and then you grab all of the balers, that's kind of what happened on Sunday to LSA against Corona in the second round of the quarterfinal. LSA ended up only scoring like 190 or 290 points because they just got beaten to pretty much like all the balers at the beginning, and there just wasn't a whole lot they could do. They still had a baler they reserved, but they were kind of limited.
Yeah,
Well, I
So
know
nice.
I reserved the JCB the other day, and got it, but I didn't know how it
Uh,
worked. But
right.
Wayne wants the Highland games where you gotta like tree toss and bale flip.
I'm copyrighting
Sassy
that.
gal for
I
you.
think some
Thank you
of
for
you,
that follow.
I think some of you guys have said like they should put logging into it, and
Yeah, I
I'm
think it
not
was
surprised you
Boomhauer
guys
that
say that
mentioned that.
with the amount of logging you guys do on Uncharted. I'm not surprised that that's a
Oh, we're
request.
getting good at something for a change.
Right, yeah, put logging in so we can compete, please.
Right.
well, that's pushing it a little bit. I'm not sure I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta get
But-
off Tarkov, and you'd be able to compete too.
Well, okay, there is that.
Elite Raw, thank you for that follow as well. Welcome both of you to the stream. We're just hanging out, cleaning up some trees I decided to go crazy cutting down. And we're
If Among Us
chatting with
works.
oh, really?
People.
You're gonna yeah, I'm gonna allow that. I don't care. It's just FDR, it's modding group.
Oh,
It
well,
auto mod caught FDR for some reason. But yeah, we're just talking FSL with Kerminator Live, Mr. Dajnet, and Wheels247,
I
Fummins?
think
and Fummins.
Fummins
Yep,
is
Fummins
here.
is here.
Fummins, did you get the client ready, Fummins? You gonna join us?
I need to make sure I have
No,
the
I'm
client
still
ready.
working on this truck, driving me
All
crazy.
right. Pull that modder out of his chair and NBC. What about you?
What about me? What did I do this time?
Exactly. Are you gonna do the FSL tonight with us?
Oh yeah,
Are you gonna stream it too?
yeah.
All right, there you go.
Nice.
7 p.m. I'm
Nice.
gonna go live.
All right, yeah, that'll be about
And
the same
then
time I plan on doing.
We can all go live. And we can all get some rule. Well, we don't have rules, but we'll go through. But that's good. Then we only need a couple extras
Yep.
from our community. And next man might get in later.
Bambi1999, thank you for that follow. Welcome as well.
It'll be awesome.
I mean, yeah, like if Among Us can work, then FSL can work.
Oh, that game is a riot to watch when you've got people multi-streaming it, because just the whole gameplay aspect, the graphics, like I thought at first I couldn't stand watching it, and then I watched a couple multi-streams of people playing that game, and it's like, all right, Now I kind of get the appeal of watching this game because it really can just be Troll City.
Yep.
I mean, it's funny. I never laughed so hard in my life when we played the first time we played that. Our little group.
You know what? This is the second night we've talked about Among Us. Does that mean we're going to start doing groups of it in like a month? Streaming it?
I don't know about that.
Nope.
I mean,
You can go ahead.
You tell me if
I
it
got
happens, NBC. I'll get together with you on that.
Yeah, I've never played it myself, but I did watch the multi-stream where it was what was it, Kibitz and Jace and all those guys from the
Couldn't
Satisfactory
even
crew.
watch it.
Oh, it was hilarious to watch them go after each other back and forth.
I just can't get past those graphics sometimes. Like, I don't know, it's me. I'd rather play Phasmophobia with you guys. Go ghost hunt.
I tried that game. It was so weird to me.
It's weird, yeah.
Well, here's
looks
hoping,
weird.
Mr. Billy, that he will have it ready to ship tomorrow, so you can have it. Apparently, Mr. Reaper's been pretty busy at work this week.
Yes, he is. It's awesome.
There you go. Then we'll be
Get
able
it
to
out,
have
man.
Mr. Billy Elliott join in FSL too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to put him to work.
That's
They'll
gonna
be
be
Yeah.
like, "Hey,
great.
Kerm, when are alpacas coming to the FSL?"
Yeah, I'm
Well-
thinking that Mr. Billy should have his tickets done before he gets them now.
Yeah. Well,
That's why I said all that RAM he's got.
well, I think what's going to end up happening if the interest in FSL really does pick up in the community, or your community, Dave, at least, really does get into doing it enough, maybe we should have a team Dajnet, like take the top
Team
4 people.
SGA.
Oh yeah, Team SGA, Dajnet, SGA, whatever you want to call it, and start entering the actual tournaments.
There you go.
It's a possibility. Get the SGA. Big Daddy wants one, but we gotta get some practice.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously,
we need to get
yeah.
it growing in North America too, so we can have some events here. Otherwise, you guys would have to get up and compete in the wee
Right.
hours of the morning.
I'm okay with competing in wee hours in the morning because I'm usually up.
Yeah, I'm pretty
But-
much strapped to my computer chair because of my back, so.
Yeah,
But
it'd
I
be a little
just-
tough on me, but yeah.
Yeah, it would. But I gotta get better.
Well, I had a guy, a Facebook partner, reach out to me today saying that he wants to do a charity stream in September for the FSL, and he was looking for, teams to compete in that. So even
Yeah,
stuff
that
like
sounds
that,
cool.
you guys could
Nice.
get involved with and
Yeah, I'm
take part in.
interested.
More like invitational type tournaments than official for now until we can hopefully get something off the ground.
That'd be cool.
fun, man. That would be a blast.
Hey, sassy gal, how you doing?
Well, I appreciate that, sassy gal.
I'm guessing that we could call ourselves the Misfits of Farming or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stop doing that for a quick second. I'm gonna show the newcomers around a little bit to show you all what I've been doing with my farm here. I've got my sawmill set up over here, so I can get my pallets and my planks, my paper and my chipboard out. I just picked up plot 37. I'm gonna make a nice field over here. Not a small one, mind you, but a field. This is what I've been trying to pick up all the logs off of. Just over 1,100 trees I cut right here.
Just over. Still
And
got 50,000 plus to go.
60,000 plus, just under 70,000 trees left. But
Yeah.
this is all I've got left to pick up, thankfully. It is dwindling.
That's all. Look at all the logs you got.
Well, that's a lot of logs. I've got this field here. Once it's finished growing, it's going to be extended to include this whole section. I do have 2 fields up over here. This one I just harvested. I've got to prep it and get it planted, but I wanted to try and get my logs picked up before they started causing issues. I have the goats and the sheep pens down. I just haven't actually gotten any goats or sheep yet. I will be doing that shortly now that I can afford it. I was broke last night. I was down to $1,000 with a loan to try and finish a project I was working on. I have my silo with some extensions, my wash bay. I have my cow barn over here. I'm using the MN Millennial Farmer workshop with one of the RTK stations for the precision farming. I've got my house tucked into the backwoods here with a custom little pond in the back using the waterways.
Phew, that's fancy, man.
Yeah, I even added some decorative trees around it so it's not just spruce trees everywhere.
That's cool, man.
I have this barn over here that I'm putting some stuff in, that machine shed. I have another one here. I have a shed there. And I have 2 fields back here that are growing. And again, thanks to these nice waterways and the way things are with this map, I actually wanted to follow the edge of the water like a farmer would and make a non-square field.
Non-square? How dare you?
Non-square, yeah. Even this one here, I followed the river right up. This one's going to come right down and follow the rivers.
You could say you're thinking outside the box there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Even this one's not square. I cut off the corner to make it fit the river. I got my stone crusher in over here. I have a couple of the diesel plants down here for turning the poplar chips into diesel.
Just a couple of them.
2. I got my composter.
Nice.
I have a bridge here from Mr. NBC Master Dad going across.
NBC.
I got a smelter and the small concrete factory over here, as well as my explosive shack, a little fenced-in area. Danger, keep out. My gold master, I'm waiting for it to run empty so I can move it backwards. I got lucky with this roadway, but when I went to put the road in here, because of the way things paint, the ramp sticks into the road. So I'm going to shift it back in this direction so it can not be in the road. I even have the sorter and the seed and fert makers. Must be out of fertilizer on the seed side or something. I have the 3 combo orchards and the 2 combo greenhouses. All the little goodies growing inside. There's the pumpkins and the lettuce and cabbages and tomatoes. Then I have my road running up towards my shopping center. I have a Subway over here. I have a McDonald's drive-through.
Utility trailer now has a...
Oh, you got the gold on it too?
Yep, gold for the gold containers out of the thing.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm going to be moving the Applebee's and these wood points around a little bit. Once I get over here, I might move the hardware store. I haven't quite figured out how I want to build in over here yet, but I do still have some more sell points I want to add in down here. I have the Pioneer grain silo tucked in over in the corner. Then I have a road that runs around the back. Comes up here to the Home Depot and the Aldi's parking lot. I still have some more lights I want to put in and some parking lot lines I'm going to stick in. Some extra cars. I'll add some more cars in as well to make it look like there's more activity at the Aldi's. I did the same thing around the front. I've got all the parking lots with the lights. These were all done just using the white paint marking tool. One of these, I think it was this one maybe? Nope. That one right there. And then just alternated every couple, and it comes out just right to make a nice little parking lot line. my fenced-in area. I think that turned out all right. Wayne says, guessing you sorted the salt rocks so they auto-load on the utility trailer?
Should be yeah, I think that's it too. Yeah, it should be.
Then I have my nice
hoping.
road here that the Army Corps of Engineers helped me flatten out some. So it's not tilted as much. It leads over to my manufacturing area. This will be the concrete plant eventually. I have my trash cell point with a couple of industrial buildings around it. I have to do some landscaping to paint in for the shell factory.
In case you're wondering, he hasn't slept since the map was released.
And the steel plant. I have the drywall factory here. I have 3M running finally. These buildings will be coming out. I have my store area done, all fenced in nicely. Complete with parking lot lines and some vehicles. I even added a little shipping container and a couple of trailers over here to make it look like people are stocking up the store. And then the BGA area is going to be completely redone. I'm going to add some bunker silos in on this end. The BGA buildings will be over in this area. And there'll be an entrance on one end, an exit on the other. It'll all get fenced in as well with some gates. Kerminator, want to buy a fence tool? Can we slip that into FS19 early? And then over here I cleared this area, and I'm going to split it down this line right here. And I'll have like grass area over here. I'll actually plow it and plant it as grass. And then on this side here I'm going to plow it and I'll plant it as corn or another crop to silage for supplying the BGA. I'll add in some sheds for the equipment that I need over here.
Billy, you
And
haven't seen what I've done lately. Don't go jumping to conclusions.
that's what I've been up to so far. I just crossed. I'm almost at 134 hours on this game.
Yeah, how do you do it?
What, at 134 hours?
Yeah, you got those cheater mods in there because I got 267 and I don't have as much.
Yeah,
you
but
do.
you've got 267, but how many of that is you letting a plow run while you're modding?
Not a lot.
I don't know, I'm just efficient at it. It's not like I've got
Ooh,
cheaty mods. I actually don't even really have that many mods outside of the mod pack. I've been
I just
very
took the-
restrained.
I just damage on my cedar. See, I left a rocket field.
I've got the Western Star truck. I've got... Oh, hold on one second. I think somebody's here.
Oh, gotta get up. See, what's cool about when I do this, when I'm working on the map, if I need like a bridge or something, I just go and make it. Then add it to the mod pack. Is that like cheating?
That's what I try to do.
You know, like
My supper's here.
you all get the bridges, so I guess that's a little bit nice. But I say, oh, I need a bridge for this, and it has to be this type of bridge, and it fits perfectly when I get done.
Yeah, I really don't actually have that many, as you put it, cheaty mods. I've been very restrained on this map compared to the way I played County.
Yeah, your restraint is completely different than mine.
Well, but I don't restrain myself to I'm only going to take out a small area. I'm just going to go to town on it. That's what I do.
Yeah, I think you and I proved that on the server there, Darius.
Yeah, they go crazy. Are you on easy mode too?
Me? No, I'm running
Yeah.
on normal economy.
I've been on normal for 2 weeks now.
I keep it on economic normal.
Wait a minute.
I
Did
might
you
even
say
go to
you've been?
economic hard.
Did he say he's been unnormal?
Well,
I
you
think
already
that's
know.
what he said, yeah.
I will tell you something though. I didn't notice a difference in the selling of the logs, whether
Well,
I was on easy or normal.
well, here's the thing with the logs. If you cut them down while you're on easy, you get paid like you're on easy. If you cut them down when you're on normal, you'll get paid like you're on normal.
Right. Yep.
So if you've already
No,
cut
like I
them
said,
down and then you switch it, it's not going to change the price you get.
right. No. I know that. But
The
even the
newly
ones that I've
cut
been
one.
cutting down now.
Yeah,
Huh.
I mean the wood doesn't change as much as the other crop prices are affected.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, when I started clearing trees off of this lot, I had to stop from doing the Aldi's parking lot. Like I said, I still want to put in paint lines and add some more decorative things and some lights and stuff like that before I call it good with the Aldi's parking lot. And I couldn't continue because I was down to $1,300 and I had to take out a $100,000 loan to finish the fence work.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And since I then had taken out and done one load of trees off of that lot so I could get a little bit of money to operate on.
Yep.
And now I'm up to 2.7 million. I paid off the loan and that's all just from selling logs off that property.
Right.
So it's
Oh yeah. Once you buy your first property, if you're smart with it, you can actually cut down the amount of trees that it costs to build that, and still have plenty of money left over.
Yeah, I mean 2.7 million, almost 2.8 million, and I've still got a bunch of logs to take off the property.
Right.
I could have bought that one property, cleared it off, and then had enough money to buy almost 3 properties.
Right.
I haven't even done anything with my milk yet. A Big
barn is that?
Daddy, thank you for the follow.
Was that? Oh, Big Daddy. Get your butt in here.
He's lurking somewhere. Thank you for that follow, sir. And like I said, NBC, this is the Elm Creek house I'd found, or EMR is what I found it on. FS19mods.com is where I found it. It's the Johnson farm with a
Okay.
different skin on it.
Yeah, it is.
And then it's got the working in here. But this is
it's
the
got
same
a
one.
detach.
It's got different
Oh.
textures in here floor-wise, but
Does
it's
it
the
still
same
have the
layout.
7 million poly flowers?
That I
No.
don't know. I haven't looked.
Not 7 mil on the bench. How about the fork and the spoon and the?
Oh yeah, the
in
fork and the
sink?
spoon and stuff are still in here.
Really? Yeah, the flowers on the table. Look at the polys on the forks and spoons. That's
Yeah, I mean even just the knobs. Look at how many little
But-
triangles and stuff there are.
yeah. That's look at the flowers on the table. That was a very huge. That's why I removed them.
Yeah, the flowers
Now,
on the
did you
table.
change the posters too? The posters are different.
Yeah, I think he did change the posters. I mean, look at the knobs on the front of this.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of polys in that stuff, which shouldn't matter as much next year.
No, I mean,
Especially because-
but even still, I'm getting 50 frames a second, 45 frames a second running around in here.
Yep.
Without any issue.
Big Daddy, tonight on my stream and everybody else, we're doing FSL League scrimmages if you're around. Having
Okay.
fun.
All right.
We've got a lot of us. You can stream too if you wanted to. You
No,
haven't
I'm not allowed
streamed-
to.
Oh, you're not allowed to stream any other games?
No, on a serious note, no, I haven't in so long. But yeah, I could definitely. I actually. Once I'm asking for the spinny logo thingy, because I'm going.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to do more streaming, but I can't do it during the day because my wife's working in the same room as me, and I gotta
yeah.
stay after my son. But no, I gotta start doing it at nighttime. But I don't like to overlap you guys, and you guys have a
Yeah.
good system going. So I'll squeeze in here one of these times.
Hey, no problem. We're overlapping because we're doing it for fun and trying to get people interested. Kerminator got
Even has the
the
working
feed.
lift.
He got the feedback, and uh, you U.S. scrimmages are going to be starting this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays.
7 p.m. Okay, cool. I'll be there. I'm game. I'll do what we need to do. Whatever we need to
Well,
do
we
to get in.
got. I want to practice a little bit before I look like a total fool. That's why we got tonight to.
Whatever. Game.
Yeah.
I'm game. Whenever you do it, let me know. I'll be there. Do my
Yeah, I
That
best.
know you're.
reminds me,
We'll see
decoration.
how we do. We're gonna be doing it tonight and see if we can learn some things. And oh my gosh, I did one practice round and I did score 110 points by myself
Folding
for
bench and
first,
table, that might work.
Nice.
which is better than that's a But I do care wheels on tractors don't slow down through the crops.
Right.
Something to keep in mind, folks.
Yeah, and then when you ban vehicles in the beginning, you only get so many points when you start banning vehicles. To keep that in mind too.
Yeah, and I don't know.
And
I
there's
see that
power ups.
that's where I'm completely lost as far as picking stuff. What should we ban? What should we pick?
Yeah.
That type of thing. Because strategies.
Yeah, I think the best I got was like 140 by myself, and it's tough to do by yourself. It's brutal.
You got to do everything.
Yeah.
I didn't
Like
even
it's
put a single one on the conveyor. I
There we
just
go.
dropped them all at the bottom
Gotta have a spot to sit and eat my supper.
because I forgot to get a forklift.
oh,
So I just kept driving the baler over with 2 bales in it and releasing them right into the trigger.
I don't remember
nice.
the farmyard on Johnson. Did it have this on the back?
No. It had a porch, but it didn't look like that.
Yeah, like I said, it was a reskin of EMR's house, and
Yeah.
I found it on FS19 mods. It's got these.
Yep.
I haven't seen any errors thrown by it.
Right. No. It looks
So
different.
yeah, it's and they will pick up a vehicle too.
Yep.
I thought that was cool. Like, all right, that's neat. Um, like I said, it was on ffs19mods.com.
All right, Billy. I'll have to check. I thought I fixed that yesterday. I didn't check it again
And
today.
I went EMR, and it is this one here. EMR Farmhouse Retexture mod. They had one in red. They had that one in brown. They have this one here in the white, but it's got the for sale sign in the front yard. I didn't like that.
Remove it.
I don't know if that actually comes in with the mod that way or not. There's even a Halloween version if you like that, where it's black. But yeah, I saw that one and I said I like it. I'll take it.
But it doesn't play Baby Shark or
No, it
Gummy
doesn't
Bears
play
song.
Baby Shark or the Gummy Bear song. No.
I think
It won't do that.
For the Halloween one, it should play the Halloween theme music. You know, dee 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 dee, with Jamie Lee Curtis. That'd be awesome.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I just sometimes, sometimes you gotta be very careful because I just hit a rock again.
I mean,
I
even
didn't
even look at the flowers
my
on the
def-
front porch. There's a ton of, not as bad as the ones on the table inside, but
In my defense, it was in the deep grass and I'm seeding the edge of the field, so
Did you say there was an update, Dave?
yes,
there is.
be careful.
Now, is the new stuff already in there?
Yep.
Okay.
The new rocky fields now will damage implements and and scale different size objects. Like
Okay.
and the implement damage was added today by Thunder so that different types can damage more. So you want to make sure plows and cultivators and those type of implements don't do a lot of damage because that's what they're there for, plowing that stuff. But when you go back over your field with a seeder, a tedder, a windrower, or a baler, there's different levels of damage each of them can cause. And especially something like a baler, where really you should be able to see just if there's a
Right.
rock in your way. You're going to get a big chunk of damage if you hit a rock while you're baling.
I now have officially 3 trees that decided to replant themselves.
I saw that earlier. That's pretty cool.
I've got 3 of them
I
that
think
it's like, I mean, it's like sorcery. It's standing on end.
Let it stay there for like a week and see if it resprouts.
it's,
Now, that'd be
it's,
cool.
it's like, seriously, like, you probably couldn't make it do that on your own if you wanted to.
Oh no,
And suddenly I've got
no.
3 of them just sitting there on the area.
You'll also get a bridge pack in there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep,
Okay.
Dave put some fancy bridges in for us too.
Just 4. But they kind of match the roadways.
Yep. And there's even a nice big tall one if you want to get up and over a big waterway for a boat to go under.
2 big tall ones. A wooden one and a...
Oh
another
yeah,
one.
and the other suspension bridge from County.
Oh, okay.
They're bigger, mostly bigger bridges for getting...
Yeah, the bridges that are pre-built on County is part of the pack. The wooden bridge that is there before you build it.
Yep.
And then 2 other bridges he added as well.
I got the
Okay.
the steel bridge from what you call it, the industries map, the one that one's on there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Scurvy, I am. Good to see you, bud.
Hey,
Yeah,
Scurvy Derby.
I've got 2 more bridges I want to add over here, and I may swap out that wooden one for one of the other bridges if they fit properly. I may.
I'm going to make one change.
Should I put a password on the server just so, but a simple password, just so people know? I mean, now I know we're gonna have about 5 or so. We can give it out on our streams, but at least people know that they, where it's coming from, rather than just random people jumping in.
Yeah, I
Right,
would.
yeah.
That way you can at least make sure that the people in the group they're gonna do it, and then if we get low on people,
Right.
you can say, "Here's the server. This is the password. Join if you want."
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have them like whisper maybe, or one of your mods could whisper them. If we need a spot filled, we can have one mod whisper the password to them. That helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yep.
All right. I got to go back in and change one thing.
That's one of those things I'm gonna have to do is go through and add some mods to my channel. I think if people are willing, since there's often many times that I'm here by myself.
Well, I got more vacation time coming up, so I'll spend some more time with you. I think last vacation, I think we logged probably 50 hours together.
Oh, on the server, yeah.
All right, where'd you go?
I've certainly been logging plenty of hours on the game.
I always mess the first one up.
It's actually one of those things that I think was kind of different. Is out of all of the SGA members, I think I'm the only one that doesn't have KW as a mod.
For shame. That's a requirement for SGA. I'm kidding.
Well,
does.
I mean, he does mod for a lot of people, so it's like I've never talked to him about it, never asked him, so I didn't want to just like make him a mod and assume anything.
Oh, I gotta say too, you guys, all you wonderful SGA members, I did a Twitch metrics search. Most watched streamers English language. The SGA has 5 of the top 11, which is absolutely incredible. Think
That's
about
awesome.
it. I think that's awesome.
That is really cool.
And the interesting thing is that there are a couple of members of our community that are really close that are not SGA members yet, but and there's people like X-Man who just doesn't have the time to stream, but his numbers when he does are really good,
Yep.
you know.
Hey, pray for
So-
me.
And
How are you
with
today?
that, I gotta go live soon. I gotta go get here to eat. I'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, my wife just came home with food, so I'm off and on the mute button if I don't respond right away while I eat some Chinese food. Just gotta say, even though she can't hear me over her stuff in the other room, my wife is awesome.
How do you even do a search like that?
What?
I didn't realize you could.
Do a search like what?
What Dave was talking about.
Oh, it's Twitch Metrics. I think you can do it on their site. Yeah,
oh.
it's a separate website.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it basically, like, you can look up and see for the English language, or for, you know, whatever language you're in, what category you're in, what game you've been doing, and
Right.
see what your numbers look like compared to other streamers. I've got Chinese chicken fingers and some pork fried rice. My wife is off in the other room with all of her Chinese food. She usually does, what is it? Chicken and broccoli or something like that, and some beef teriyaki and stuff like that.
I love the shrimp and broccoli.
Yeah, see, I don't do anything seafood related. You're still hungry after your chicken. Well, it's a burrito. You're supposed to eat like 3 of those things, aren't you? Isn't that like a required thing when you're eating a burrito, is to have more than one? Oh, it's a big burrito? You seafood, you eat it? Yeah. That's the only seafood I do. Start out with a 12-inch burrito thing. Aha. I say aha, but I know nothing about making burritos, so.
So I'll put you on the. I'm gonna do the multi-stream link, NBC. If you want, I can put you on that link there.
Yeah, I have no idea. Do I have to download anything?
No, it's a site. All I have to do is put your channel in there, and then there's a link, and then people can actually watch all of them on the same screen and pick whatever chat they want to use.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we'll be able to see from each person's perspective what they're doing if they're streaming it. I wonder how that affects the viewer numbers.
I think it's it goes to the number. I think everyone see if they're on that list, that's part of your numbers. I believe. I think everyone gets the same number.
Yeah,
like
you're just curious, you know. I mean,
1 and 1.
It's not anything you'd really ever think about when you're not doing a multi-stream, but I don't know. I guess I'm just curious how that would affect.
Well, see, in the multi-stream thing, you put the link to the person's channel in there, so
Yeah.
you're actually watching their channel. It's just on the same screen with others. So I believe it's like if they're in mine and they're in NBC's, it's 1, 1, and 1 in whoever else's stream.
Yeah.
Like, they show up in everybody's. I think is
Oh,
how
you-
it works.
As I'm cooking here, we probably would have had 6 if Wheels wasn't playing Tarkov.
Wow.
Just figured I'd throw that in.
It threw you right under that bus, Wheels.
I deserve it probably.
It's all right though.
Uh, wow, it's
What
been a
can I
while since
say?
I've streamed. I've got to update all my Streamlabs notifications and stuff too that pop up in chat. Growing up in Arizona, you had a lot of different Mexican food. Yeah, I could see being close to the border there. Excuse me. I live a long ways from that area of the country.
Yeah, you do.
I think at this point I'm surrounded more by the Canadian border than I am by any other state borders.
So obviously in the multi-stream, what you want to do is mute all of them but one. So if everybody's in the same channel, then everybody hears each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously you're free to do what. That's just one of the things is you can hear all the audios, unless
Yeah.
you mute the one, leave the one unmuted that you want to hear.
That's where having the SGA Discord is perfect because we can all be in the same voice chat together, so everybody still gets it without having to listen to each individual audio stream.
Yeah, it gets a little bit crazy, trying to speak, but you can always mute Discord if that's the only thing you want us to, for your own stream. But I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean,
We've never.
everybody's got their own thing, but at least because I know I've seen some multi-streams in the past where you want to try and hear audio from certain perspectives, but nobody's sharing audio within the multi-stream. So next thing you know, you've got 3 different audios running, and you're trying to hear what's going on.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of learning how to make it work, right? I mean, it's not that hard. It's just a matter of coordination, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe it'll be a thing too, where because we've got so many channels, the red team can have a channel, the blue team can have a channel.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The red team would take the streamers only one, and then blue team would take streamers only two. You definitely want to do it that way.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, for opposite teams. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, opposite teams. So that way, once we decide who captains are, then basically, then that captain, the blue team could be, streamers only one, and the red team could be streamers only two, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And they could talk strategy, and it won't be as everybody talking over one another is bad because it'll be one team all working together.
Coordination, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And if we do get anybody out there in the community that wanted to play, jump into one of the gaming lobbies, just general voice gaming lobbies if you want to participate in the chat, and we'll pull you into one of those rooms.
Yep.
We can do that.
Or there's nothing even stopping us if it's somebody. We can go into one of the general lobby rooms as well, if need be.
True. Yeah.
Well, you
might
just
get
wouldn't want to be in
everybody
one
there.
that anybody could join, because then you might have a bunch of people joining in that would otherwise
aren't
be
playing.
interrupting. Yeah, that aren't playing.
Gotcha.
Just to say hello on your stream.
I'll ban him and kick him out.
What if you
There you
don't
go.
have a microphone,
I'll be the
Bodine?
referee.
Well,
It's fine. Can you still hear? Can you still listen at least? I think that's a critical part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine otherwise he wouldn't be able to hear us right now.
True. Well, I wasn't sure if he was on a phone, but even if he's not, as long as he can hear, I think that's half the
Yep.
half the battle. Which
Mm-hmm.
We'll mail you a couplet of string.
As a matter of fact, it wouldn't hurt if you were hanging out in the gaming lobby just in case you did get in, because there might only be one spot here or there when we first start. Early on, the chances are with a lot of us here that we'll fill up, hopefully. We got NBC, me, Wheels, Ryan. Ryan's not a... Yeah, so Ryan should jump up in there if he wants to get in. Big Daddy. And that's 5. Is that 5? Me, Ryan, Wheels, Big Daddy, NBC. So the 6th one is open right now, unless Darius is planning on playing.
Well, kind of eating a little bit now. As soon as you go live, I'm going to send everybody to you. I'll finish packing in some food, and then I'll get that downloaded quick. And I may not be there for the first
first few of them or
first
whatever.
first one or two, but I will be along eventually.
Yeah, but also the community definitely will. If we can't fill that 6th spot,
I mean, Terminator also
possible
had
that
talked about
yeah.
possibly joining a little bit as well and filling in, and I'm sure there
Yeah.
won't be an issue filling that 6th slot.
Right.
There probably would be enough interest too where it might be a good idea to have a rotation of people too. Everybody put their name in a hat, say I want to, be part of it. So okay, you've got team captains, which would be obviously Dave and maybe an NBC or a Wheels as the other team captain or something like that, and then every couple of rounds swap out players, switch up teams.
What about even if there's enough interest, it'd be nice to get 2 more teams, but if not, even 1 more team, so that we could have like at least a little tournament. So one team takes on the other team, and then that third team takes on the winner. Just something.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if there's that much interest, that there's enough for 2 teams of people, we've got 10 channels worth of, or 12 channels worth of Discord here that we can use for teams.
So how many observers can you have? Is it 2?
2 observers per server, I believe, right?
Right.
So that, if one, like, I don't have a problem sitting out if
Whoa.
somebody wanted to play, and then I could be an observer.
See, I see Bodine already up there waiting.
I'm flying.
See, Bodine's up there too.
So if we get an extra person, I don't mind doing alternate and with them, and then
Oh,
I
yeah.
can go into commentator mode.
I'd like to get
It'd
as
be
many
fun.
people as possible in there. Only thing is, though, you would have to, you wouldn't be in the game to see. I don't think. Can you have observers in there? I don't know.
On the ones online, yes. I don't think about the SJ one. Let me see if I can see that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
The other ones that are not password protected, yeah, you're allowed observers. I don't know if it's because it's password protected we can't. I don't know. Let me see. Or it has to be so many slots. Let me look at it.
It might be a
12
slot
slot.
thing, yeah.
We have
I guess
12.
We can find out
so-
from the man here in a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna go online here and look too, see if I can. Yeah, I know on there's open ones all over the place, and if we had needed to join that, but I'll see if I don't think the SJ one allowed it. Let's see.
Password is.
Yep, I got it.
How do you know?
What, did you change it? Oh, okay. Then I don't have it.
Oh, you changed it?
I didn't know you changed it. Okay. Well,
I wanted to make it simple.
That's why I said wrong password.
That's why you said what?
I was trying to log in, and I'm like, oh, I got in, and then it goes wrong password as soon as you said you changed it.
Ryan said he sent you some messages on.
I responded.
Okay.
I gave him a link to join. He should be able. He should. Did he get the link? It's right in the message there.
He probably
To
did.
join it.
That was a minute or two ago. And easy target.
Twitter.
Yes, this is a Western Star.
The password is fun. F-U-N. Simple. 3 letters. All lowercase.
Oh, that's easy
'Cause-
enough.
Okay. So the non-SGA server is you can join as an observer, and I don't know why they allow, but let me check the SGA one. Like I said, there's open servers as well. For some reason, if we can't get an observer in SGA, we can at least
Right.
hop on another one. But
Because it'd be fun to do a commentary too, man.
I think, me personally, I think Dave would be a great commentator. I'm not putting him on the spot, but I think him and Terminator
Sounds
would
like
be
he
pretty cool.
just did.
I did. Well, because Dave likes to talk. And as a commentator,
Also
you
not-
need to be able to talk a lot.
Oh, man, I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
No, it's very much a compliment.
Easy target. It is the Camp Crazy Western Star because I'm the one that made it that way for him. I just toned it back down for myself.
I don't know if I was insulted. No.
No,
I talked too
you're
much.
complimented. That's a compliment.
So
I think you'd make a good announcer.
Yeah, the 20,000 horsepower, 0 to 180 mile an hour Western Star. Yeah, Yeah, that it's that same exact one. I just cut the miles per hour way back.
Okay, we don't have the observer option on the SGA one, but the ones
Which
that are
weird.
it is. So I don't know if it's a slot thing. I can go back and check
Well,
to
we've
see.
got the slots. I've got 12.
Yeah, I don't know what the other ones are though, Dave. I think the other ones are 16. If I remember right. Let me see.
Hey, Scurvy, hi, Am. Are you still out there, bud?
If you'd like, Easy Target, I can send you a link to the base mod of this as well. That's not all jacked up, if that's what you want to use, because it is a really nice mod. It's, you can open the hood and stuff. It's got a lot of detail to it. You can slide the fifth wheel plate back and forth.
Did you ever get the original back?
Yeah, I think you sent the link to it the other day.
No, I don't think I did.
You sure? Because I've got it in my downloads folder.
I'll be back in a
I don't
minute.
Mm-hmm.
I got an updated version of it.
When did
said
you
can't
when did
grab
you
it with
update
the
it?
Strong. I haven't. I have. You
Aha.
can't grab it. You said.
Yeah, no. I mean, I got the strong mod, and it might be because I made the thing weigh like 18,000 pounds.
Yeah, my
So, I mean, I know the super strength mod has limitations. So that could be why it won't let me grab it with the super strength.
Okay, I think that is the issue. Is I joined another open arena game that allows 8 slots and it doesn't allow an observer. Ours is 12, which doesn't allow an observer. But if I join an open one that has 16 slots, that one allows observers.
Mm.
So I'm guessing it's the amount of slots. Is my guess. So if it has 16, then it allows observers, and anything less, it does not for some reason. Even though there's room for them.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Or
definitely.
is
This is one I have. I could grab and pick up and throw.
Yeah, it's probably the weight issue. Because I made it have so much power and speed, without the weight, it wouldn't stay on the ground. The thing was
I
more
have
like
no
an
problem
airplane.
going into an open room. We just got to all be on the same page.
All right. Just do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. We are.
Because this one has a 55,000 RPM limit, and it's got a torque scale of like 45 or something. Traction's set to like 12, so...
Yeah, we try to keep ours a little on the realistic side.
Well, like I said, originally I did it for another streamer who had asked about it, and I ended up overwriting my copy at the time without realizing I had. And then I basically I toned it way back, but I didn't have the original files to reset it. And I don't have Facebook anymore, so I couldn't get to it from the group on Facebook.
Could you imagine if we had Kate and Phil Gaming in this competition?
Oh yeah, they're on
They'd be
they're on
trying to
vacation
launch
this
their
week, but that'd be hilarious.
Yeah. They'd be trying to launch their equipment over the fences.
Yes, Mr. Billy, that is my cat Darius. I wonder where I got that name. He's been playing with my emotes.
I'm back, guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
I'm actually back just to say I'm going to step away because work's done, and I'll be back for the FSL stuff here after
Quick
I eat
question.
dinner real quick. Yeah, what's up?
How do you get observers, or is that only for 16 slot servers?
So that's a good question. Usually when we do the scrimmages, we have observers like deactivated because it can cause some like lag and connection issues if there's a lot of
Yeah,
them.
but can you put them on?
But You should be able to, but to be honest, let me see if I can find some documentation because I don't have any experience doing it
Well,
myself.
we found that some of the 16 slot servers have observers activated, the public ones, but we can't. I don't know how to activate it on our
Okay.
part. I have a 12 slot on our own, but it's not active, and I didn't see any place to activate it, so I
Right.
don't know. But in no hurry,
Okay.
just thought you might know offhand.
Well,
Do what
the
you got to
worst
do.
case we could
We're gonna
could
probably
use one of the
use one of the
official FSL scrim.
yeah, we're gonna use one of the other servers probably. It's open
Gotcha.
until we
Henry
figure it
Hook,
out.
thank you for that tier 1 subscription. 4 months now.
Hello.
Hey, Boomhauer, how are you?
Alright.
We were
He's
talking
alive.
about you earlier. Were your ears ringing?
Nope.
Or everybody was asking where you been.
Busy.
Were you at the
That's what we
casino
figured.
on slots?
Yep.
Oh, speaking
That
of
guy.
slots,
Oh no.
I was blowing
It's a-
hundreds and thousands of dollars.
that guy, it's a scam there, Big Daddy.
Are you serious?
Well, not really.
He's got it's exclamation point
Nightbot.
deal. It will tell you the exact deal he's operating under. Basically, he gets free $10,000 Bitcoin and whatever the ETH coin is, anytime he wants them during his stream. He can reload with $10,000 of each at any
Works
point.
for the casino.
Yep. Which
And-
is what he's doing on his phone.
All right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he gets to supposedly keep 25% of whatever is left at the end of the stream.
Which
What is
the
it? Yeah.
the one night he was an idiot. He was
Oh.
up 200 and something grand.
Yeah, he was
And
up to
blew
230, blew it down to 50, went back up to 210, blew it down to like 110. It was like, dude.
You know the
Yeah.
casino's in on that, meaning,
Oh,
hey, you
yeah.
can't be that high.
Yeah.
You better burn that
Yep.
off because 25%.
Yep.
Yeah. That's,
Well, not only is 25%, but he gives away 5% to people that have an account over there. So yeah, he
Yeah.
gets people to register, and then he gives them some money, and then
Yep.
they get addicted, and then they become,
Yep.
it's all about the
Addicts.
casino getting people gambling addicts, but he doesn't lose a thing.
jeez.
Nope.
Yeah, there's
No.
he even said, I think Boomhauer had left by the time he said it the other day when he was doing the giveaway portion, and he said, if you have you need to put your name from this account in here to be entered.
Yeah, I was
And
there.
and then he was basically saying, like, don't gamble like I do. You'll lose your hat. Be responsible. Blah blah blah. It's like, all right, well, there's the obligatory "don't be an idiot" type of statement. Don't do this because this is all an act.
Right.
Okay, back.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Yeah, it's exactly what Boom and I were saying. Like, there's no way he could run up to 200 grand and just call it there. There's got to be, I'm sure, stipulations in that deal that you have to end in this area, in this range.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, me and Dave were even talking that night, and after you got off, Big Daddy, and we knew right then that he worked for the casino somehow, because you don't just blow through money like that. Even if mom and dad have money, you're not blowing through 100 grand.
Yeah.
I
Or
think this is the
300
last of
grand.
the trees.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a deal, though, man. I tell you what, I gotta find out how do
Right?
you get in on that,
No,
right? I mean, no
You
offense,
don't
still.
need to.
And then think
Remember?
about the money he's making with 8,000 people watching and probably
Right.
300,000 followers,
Yeah, well, he
Right.
had 8,000 subs a month. So what? I don't know what it is. It's $5. Say if he got the whole 5, that's 40 grand a month just in subs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, well, he is a Twitch partner, so whatever the partner
Yeah.
cut is, at the very least.
Free room and board to lose money. Yes, please.
Right.
That
But
is
how cool is it? You get to get your fix on the addiction, but it's not your money.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
actually risk anything, you know?
Right.
Mm-mm.
And you get to stream it, man.
Yeah, you get
No
to
risk,
stream
no
it. You don't
reward.
risk any money. You make money off the deal for just sitting there, you know, acting
Gambling like
out
a
on
fool.
yeah, gambling like a fool. I'm sure
Yeah.
it is a rush just to sit there, even though he's not keeping the money or anything like that. I'm sure it is just a huge rush.
Still, if he gets away 5% and keeps 20, that's still decent
Yeah.
for one night gig. And I think he streams every night from what I.
Yeah, I think it is. It's just about that.
So far.
Wow, I finally cleaned
And-
up all of the trees
And
that
he's
I
got
cut down.
a contract through 2024 with.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
We should be able to use the FSL Scrim server, FSL Scrim 1 tonight, if you guys want to use that.
There's
Alright.
Oh, sure.
all these, and I'm on the backside of Home Depot.
It's a 16 slot, so it should be able to have observers.
Cool.
HC, thank you for that follow. Welcome. We are hanging out. Going to be raiding over to Dave in a minute for some FSL action tonight.
I don't know if it's action, but it's sure going to be a bunch of laughs.
Shenanigans.
It will be comedy.
FSL Circus? No.
Probably.
Comedy.
And the plan is there's going to be a multi-stream setup. It's just
Nice.
FSL scrimmaging. So just practice and see what comes of it.
Anybody can do
Dave
it.
joined the FSL.
Heck no. Dave
Well-
can't
Yeah,
get more-
Dave's a pro now.
Yeah, but they're
Uh,
gonna take away my steering wheel when I go there.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I get. Oh, they might not let me on the official server. I might have to use a keyboard.
You
so
will.
I've got myself, Dave, and NBC on the multi-stream link so far. Who else do I need to add?
Ryan, is he streaming or not?
I don't know.
And as you hear, there's going to be a multi-stream server set up so that we can watch from multiple perspectives as they're playing. The link for that will be available once Dave goes live.
That's
Well.
awesome. All right, guys. Work's ending for me. I'm gonna be back. I know you guys are about to start, but I still have to eat dinner, so I'm gonna be
Hey,
back. in a
dude.
bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Take your time, no problem.
Yeah.
Take
so,
your time, Terminator.
Dinner's like already cooked. It's from like a delivery service, like chef cooked meals tonight. So I just gotta heat it up
Nice.
in the oven.
Ooh,
So
nice.
I think
Which I'm
12
good.
minutes, and we'll be good to go. So I'll be ready probably like 30 minutes or so.
Sounds great.
Okay.
All right, talk to you all
And
soon. I'm just gonna stay in here and deafen myself. So see you in a bit.
all right, take it
Alrighty.
easy, Terminator. Thanks for hanging out. Ryan said yes, he will be streaming it as well, so add him in.
Will do.
I gotta say, for anybody playing this map, if you want to decorate the landscape with all kinds of extra little goodies, go on the mod hub, search for Alien Jim, and get his No Man Land pack. Because there are so many
isn't that
decorations.
awesome?
Oh yeah, I mean so many decorations in here. Look at all these AJ techs, the camping tents, the beach tents, factories and fences and firewood stacks, the garden center buildings and the hedges, the houses, offices and apartments, hunting huts, rocks if you want to make rocks, the barrels
I
and
get
the
confused.
trash containers and everything, the sheds, more road markings, all of these parked vehicles. That's where all those parked vehicles in the parking lots come from.
Yeah, that's cool.
Camping
Now, is that
trailers.
Is that also on console? That No Man's Land map? Or
Yeah.
no?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
He released that because all of those are actually built into No Man's Land. For when you're playing the map, and it is on consoles. And actually, it's one of the things I loved about that map on console is you start out when you first load into the game, and you're at like 200 slots out of 1,300.
Wow.
it is extremely low slot count, so you really have the flexibility to do a lot with that map on console. And he had so much request for all of those extra buildings that he added to the map. He made them a pack for people to download.
Very cool.
So there is one bridge that he's got as part of it. There's all kinds of other different stuff. And that's just in the decoration, too. I mean, obviously there's the MF shed pack that you can get with stuff. But as part of the No Man's Land thing, you've got the old Bill shelter, the rundown. That's the warehouse I have. That thing's phenomenal because the top will open. There's lights inside on the front.
Quick thing.
Yep.
Well, our server's up. I guess we could try with ours without for the first couple because I don't know what theirs is on.
Theirs is right there. The FSL 1, Scrim 1 is called.
What server is it?
One second. International. It's on international.
Is it on international?
Mm-hmm.
All right, maybe I'll find it.
Scrim
FSL.
1, right?
Oh, Scrim 1. Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's the one we'll use. It's got a password lock on it, though.
He hasn't
Maybe
given it to us.
I think he was going to give that to us.
Okay.
Be patient, young one.
Well, he didn't. How are we going to get it if he's not here for another half hour?
We can use number 2 then. Number 2 is unlocked.
All right, I'll be back shortly. I got to take a quick break because we're live in 3 minutes, 41 seconds.
All right, I will start that raid over here in a few minutes and get the sound effects out of the way. So I'm going to start by saying thank you all for coming and hanging out. I did appreciate you all coming. I was able to thankfully finish picking up all of the 1,100 trees I'd cut down and laid on the ground. For anybody that says harvesting trees is unprofitable, $3.2 million says otherwise. Off of one plot of land. Now I get the unenviable task of getting rid of all of the stumps. But that's going to be a task for another day. So I'm going to make sure I save this quick before anything actually happens. And I'm going to come over here to this.
I figured out the password.
Did you?
You
seriously.
hacker.
Yes, I know. I got it.
Nice.
How rude.
It's our name, just in case you're wondering.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, he did say he was going to set it up for...
All lowercase. All lowercase, in case anybody's wondering something.
Nice. That was awesome of Carminator.
I'm going to switch rooms real quick, go live, and then I'll be back.
All right,
You
I'm going to
already
hit
are
that
live.
start
What are you talking
raid.
about, Willis?
No, I got a countdown. I got a minute. I just thought it'd be weird if we all stayed in the same room and went live at the same time.
Yeah. So, you're welcome, Amaki, and Amethyst. Yes, I will try to start streaming a little more frequently. Thank you for that Prime sub, by the way, Amethyst. And we look forward to seeing you guys tonight while we're hanging out and practicing some FSL. So, you all take care, and I will see you next time.
I put the multi-stream link in Discord.